Niners! Tuesday night, SmackDown. Hey, did you check it out the other day when I was explaining how this all came about? TNT founder Trey came up with that because the fact is, back in the day when we were getting our brains beat out on a regular basis, we could anticipate and predict on each and every week, even though we didn't, we were about to get killed. Monday night was going to be hell. So they named it, yes, Smack. I mean Raw, because it got really. It was funny because when I was taken back was I forgot who asked about that the other day. Why do we call it Monday Night Raw? Yeah, that was why. Since then, though, it's been a little up and down because we never really. We've had inconsistencies since Kyle Shanahan's been there, and maybe because of injuries and Jimmy being out for over half the time he was with us, right? So, well, maybe not. No, actually. 2017, he finished that season. It doesn't count. 2018 is when he really got rolling, right? I mean, when he really got underway. So he misses that season, right? 2019, he comes back. And, of course, we have a great season. 2020, it starts off with a high ankle sprain. We have another really weird season along with everybody else that got taken out. And then 2021, we had close. But, again, injuries played a big role in what took place down the stretch. Well, let's get into the Super Bowl. So, it's 2021, 22. God knows what's going to happen next, but we'll find out soon, won't we? But meanwhile, JG's impact on Trey Lance, because I'm having a little problem actually believing this. Is there really a guy like Jimmy G? And I'm not talking about his football. I'm talking about now his personality, his persona, his demeanor, his attitude. I mean, it's unreal. His impact on Trey Lance, though, that could be a great thing because he didn't really come under a jerk or an a-hole or anything like that. He came under Jimmy G. And no matter what you think about him, his football and everything, but Jimmy G's a special kind of guy. But anyway, his impact on Trey Lance tonight. The projected soon-to-be ex-49ers quarterback, though, Jimmy G continues to display a mind-boggling, extremely polite demeanor as his soon-to-be former employer seeks to move him elsewhere. JG also has nothing but nice things to say about Trey Lance. While the bromance between the two looks to be one of genuine material. It really does. I'll get into the quotes in a minute and you'll see what I mean. If you haven't taken them in already, tonight, taking your phone call for your thoughts on not only the love JG continues to show the Niners, but also other developments and side stories around the organization of interest, starting with Anthony Lynn versus Mike McDaniel. I'm going to get more into this maybe next show. I'm thinking about what do you do now? But the effect it's going to have on Juice, right? Remember before the season started, Juice is all pumped up. Mike McDaniel got pointed OC. And that means now I'm already excited about this season, says Juice. And she says, I'll be incorporated a little bit more to get my hands on the ball. That wasn't entirely the case during the course of the season, but he was using different ways because Kyle still overrules everything. If he wants Juice used for whatever, it's still going to go through Kyle first, right? So but it may be that Juice probably thinks, oh man, if I had anybody in there designing plays, Mike was in my corner because they were, one's Harvard, one's Yale. Those guys were close. They're Ivy Leaguers, man. Both are brilliant. Can you imagine the conversations they must have had over football? So. Anyway, we'll see how that develops because Anthony Lynn is probably Anthony Lynn's probably. I'm not about to ignore Juice. I don't know what he's worried about. Mock drafts are already out, and as Niners fans, we probably. But 49ers, ESPN mock draft has the 49ers selected as safety in the second round. And this is going to be something we talk about a lot before April. Most first-round mock drafts aren't of much interest to us anyway, right? Because the team doesn't own first-round selection until 2024. As you know, the next year's selection was already traded away as part of the move up to number 3 overall pick to select Trey Lance last year. But Miami, you didn't get nothing? You didn't get nothing. What you got? You got 28? Wait. 28. Got to do the math. Anyway, around there. It's a second-round pick, bro. Dolphins say, I don't need y'all's pick, man. We got plenty of picks. We got you OC, and y'all keep talking, man. We'll get some other people, too. Just my apologies. But on Monday, ESPN's Jordan Reed released a two-round mock, including the Niners' first selection. San Francisco projected to own 9 picks in the upcoming draft. The other day, I was saying, do we have any picks? We have lots. 9 picks in the upcoming draft. I was told 7. I was corrected when I came back to Twitter, as people love to slap me on Twitter every time I go in there. Anyway, somebody said, we got 7 picks. Really? And according to this, we got 9. With the first currently slated to be the number 61 overall pick. Who does Reed have the Niners acquiring with that first selection? Question mark. Yeah, safety Jalen Pitre of Baylor being added to the defense while nothing, noting that the team's biggest needs are defensive back, interior offensive lineman, and wide receiver. And tell us about it. Tell us about it. All right? Because we got away all season long because that frontline rush got better and better and better, taking the stress more and more off of that secondary. Reed's observations after viewing the Senior Bowl, quote, Pitre really impressed me and was one of the biggest risers from the event. He primarily played the star position in Dave Aranda's defense at Baylor, but he has a better skill set than playing only close to the line of scrimmage. Pitre is a smooth operator in coverage with some range. With Jaquiski Tart hitting the free agency market, the 49ers could try to get younger in their secondary, unquote. ESPN. I usually call you guys BSPN, but I'll be damned if you're not on the money with all of that. Because, fam, I tell you, first pick's going to be DB. Lineman, we lost Mike McGlinchey. He may not be back. Are we going to still carry on with that comedy routine on the right side of the line? Interior lineman, I would take that as a last. We got plenty of interior linemen. So I'm not really full on board with that. But with Jaquiski Tart hitting the free agency, the 49ers could be trying to get younger, though, in the secondary. Here's another plus, though. In 2017, Pitre started 8 games, at linebacker as a true freshman for the Baylor Bears, making 12 total game appearances and recording 37 tackles and a sack. However, his most productive seasons were his last 2, 2020 to 21, when he recorded 135 total sacks, 6 sacks, 4 INTs, 2 touchdowns, 9 passes defensed. 4 forced fumbles. He's got a list here, I'm telling you. 3 fumble recoveries after moving to the safety position. You see, he fits what we do. We want tough guys, right? If you used to be a linebacker, now you're a safety, I'm already falling in love. Pitre was a consensus first-team All-American in 2021, the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year, and a finalist for the Jim Thorpe Award. I know he's not SEC, but you know what? It just may be possible there's players other than the SEC assassins on defense around the league, sprinkled around. Not in the abundance they are in the SEC, because let's face it, the truth is the SEC is where the fiends are born. So, the Senior Bowl, and Debo, he made an impression. Look at Debo. I know, but Debo's from the South. I know. So, you got to be careful with this. In addition, he was twice named first team All Big 12, 2020 and 2021. The last Baylor player drafted by the 49ers was wide receiver Jalen Hurd in 2019. He is no longer with the team. If you haven't already circled the date on your calendar, the 2022 NFL Draft begins on Thursday, April 28th at Allegiant Stadium in Nevada. But is Jalen Pitre a player you may want to suit up for the Niners next season? Or would you just as soon pass on players out of Baylor with the name Jalen? Though, Baylor's in Texas. I got to think, Southern football is just different. So he don't need to be SEC. I kind of like him. I'm going to check out some film a little bit more. I checked out some of it. Yeah, he kind of reminds me of, what's his name over in Pittsburgh? beat your ass come running down through there, boy. I like that, boy. Hey, but Sean McVay, not sad to see Mike McDaniel leave the NFC West, and for clearly obvious reasons, right? Coach McVay's focus is on beating the Bengals and winning a Super Bowl this week, but he's been able to keep an eye on what the Niners are doing, as well he should. Because, Sean, you boy, all the stars are lined up just right for you, didn't they? Just exactly the right 49ers came up a little bit hurt, just in time for you to get past us. Boy, you know. Sean's fully aware of having been blessed to get past the Niners. He knows. One of the developments, so McVay is delighted with is the Dolphins' decision to hire Mike McDaniel as their new head coach. McVay knows McDaniel from 3 years together on the Washington staff and from his 5 seasons as one of Kyle Shanahan's top assistants with the Niners. So Monday, McVay said the former helped form a high opinion of McDaniel, and the latter makes him happy to know that he'll now be coaching in the AFC East rather than the AFC West. Sean, you're just a freaking coward, aren't you? But shut up. McVay said via Greg Beecham of the Associated Press, quote, I just think the world of Mike McDaniel, and selfishly, I'm not sad to see him leaving our division either, unquote. I guess McVay is not in the least bit intimidated by Anthony Lynn, is he? The Rams aren't scheduled to face the Dolphins until 2024, so it will be some time before McVay has to contend with Mike McDaniel as a head coach. But see, McVay is talking. All right, that's all right. That's fine. Sean, you're still in trouble. How many of those mercenaries you get to keep? Anyway, fam, ever since Trey Lance was drafted as the 3rd overall pick in the 2021 by the 49ers, speculation and competition between him and JG was sparked immediately, right? And that's largely due to the fact that a lot of people Jimmy G is unpopular with were very loud and animate about the fact they couldn't wait to see Trey Lance come in. They didn't care if he could play or not, just get Jimmy G out of here, right? So Lance said this about that, quote, everyone put us against each other, unquote. But rather than drive the duo apart, the competition brought T. Lance and Jimmy G closer together. Mrs. Lance's baby boy added, quote, Jimmy's the man. He's been nothing but a big brother to me this whole year. Whether it's competing with him at practice or sitting in the meeting room asking him questions, he's been nothing but great to me. He's going to be one of my best friends for my whole entire life. Can you imagine the BFF thing going on now? From OTAs, unquote, by the way, from OTAs to the playoffs, JG guided Lance not only in the development in the NFL, but also in the spirit of being a professional football player. And that is invaluable to us. Because you can talk about Jimmy for every which way you want. But one thing Jimmy G had, that dude was wholesome, had lots of class, and hopefully it rubbed off on Trey. And I think it did. Because he's impressive, Jimmy. The Rook leaned on JG for advice and leadership and learned how to carry himself both on and off the field. I know what you're gonna say. Trey, just leave the P-stars alone, babe. Don't do that. That was only Jimmy's flaw, and I can't blame a man that likes his. Okay, before I tell you too much about, never mind. But I'm just saying. Lance continued saying, quote, I'm just thankful for the opportunity to have him be in front of me. I learned a lot about myself as far as what I have to continue to work on. And obviously the leaders in this locker room are guys that inspire me every day, unquote. So the Niners relied on JG to take the team as far as they could go while allowing Lance to develop his skill set. That was the plan right from the start, even though everybody's arguing all over the empire. In the 6 games when Lance did see the playing field, the rookie completed 41 passes for 603 yards and 5 TDs. Yet his most important role took place behind the scenes on the scout team. Lance took full advantage of the opportunities he was presented with, and each week he was tasked with simulating the team's opposing quarterback for the Niners defense during practices. During that time, he meticulously studied quarterbacks such as Matthew Stafford, Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, among 11 other elite quarterbacks in order to emulate their performance to best prepare for the team's defense for the upcoming week. Do you realize, when I first heard that, it didn't really sink in as to what exactly that meant. Do you realize how much he added to his own game doing that? Lance said about that experience, quote, I learned a lot on the scout team, being able to play different playing styles that aren't necessarily my own. I gained a lot from it, from playing guys who typically stay in the pocket, and then going to guys like Jalen Hurts and Justin Fields. Those guys who can play off schedule at a really high level, I developed as a player, unquote. Go to the head of the class, Trey. That's how you do it. You know what? If he took a little sample of everything. That was a great learning experience from him. When they said that he could learn a lot being on the scout team, I didn't really put into focus exactly what, because I was thinking about other things, right? But that's it. You take a little bit from this guy, a little bit from this guy, a little bit from this guy, a little bit from this guy. If you're just practicing what they do, pretty soon your personality is starting to develop. You take a little bit from everybody, and it makes you Trey Lance. For the clowns that always say, Ronbo, you hate Trey Lance. Shut up. I never said anything about hating Trey Lance. I just didn't think he was going to beat Jimmy. And he probably wouldn't have last year. I don't have a problem with Trey Lance. I just kept reading that too. Yes, I'm not. Don't put me, how many times I tell you, don't put me in that circle with the guys with the mind that big and that is shallow down to the depths of those. I never think of our guys like that, ever. I don't care who they are. That really does bother me, you can tell, right? But he has proven to the team that he'll do whatever it takes to be ready each week. Speaking of Trey Lance, said Garoppolo was a little bro. Quote, he has a bright future. I wish him nothing but the best moving forward. Endorsement from Big G. Sir Garcia, Ronbo, was my birthday yesterday. Can I get a birthday shout out? Hey. Sir Garcia, happy Niners birthday to Sir Garcia. Happy Niners birthday, Sir Garcia. Happy Sir Garcia, man, we had a good time yesterday, man. Valentine's Day is coming up too, man. Next weekend. You should say next weekend you can pull that on your lady, man. See, it's Valentine's Day. My birthday was last weekend, so you got to treat me really nice. Fam, hey, you know what I'm doing? Let me get this. Let me put my ears on, man. Check out and see what you think. Ouch. Fam, tonight, the Anthony Lynn impact on the offense and how it may shift, as I mentioned, Juice. I think is he going to continue to be doing the same role? Will Kyle say, here's how we use Juice? Or will he leave it to Anthony Lynn to do? Because running game is probably going to be largely his forte, right? Also, if you have anything to say about Sean McVay, about his delight that McDaniel's leaving, he thinks that's going to give him an out. You can also get under that, too. And, of course, the bromance between Jimmy and T. Lance. Hey, Vincent, 442. Vincent.
Oh, hey, Vincent.
Vincent?
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
Yeah, Vincent, man. I'm going to sit back here, man. We're looking at Jimmy and the bromance between him and Trey. And then you got McVay talking about, man, I'm glad Mac McDaniel's leaving San Francisco, man. I'm sick of that. Y'all should be all right now. And, and also Anthony Lynn. You think he's going to change that offensive run game a lot so we don't even recognize it anymore? What are you thinking?
No, Ronbo, I'm going to go a little different. Well, I haven't talked to you in a long time. I don't know if you remember me calling you. I used to call you, back when we had Alex Smith and Kaepernick. Shit, I've been a fan since Jeff Garcia and, Tim Rattay and Sean Hill, all the
the Rattay.
But,
yeah. You're right. I saw your name is still on our records, but I did not remember you. As I said, I haven't seen that name in a while. But Vince,
I changed my number. I changed my number, and I changed my number, and I'd be listening, but I haven't got on. Change work and all that stuff.
All right. I'm glad to hear from you. Thanks, fam.
Oh,
what do you got to say tonight then? Must be a.
You know what? It's kind of. I'm kind of going like a knock on Kyle Shanahan right here.
Okay.
I feel like we're doomed. I hope I eat crow, but I feel like we're doomed, Ronbo. If we wanted to be solid, we should have kept Jimmy. The reason why I say that is because if you name a few of these quarterbacks in the last 10, 15 years that won the Super Bowl, you could even throw Eli Manning in there and Russell Wilson and all that. What they all got in common is they all got continuity, and they all slept in bed with their owners and their coaches, and you know,
we're starting fresh.
Yeah, and I think throwing in it's no knockoff on Trey Lance because I wanted him to be drafted, but I think it's too early. I think it's way too early. I mean, Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre for 4 years.
Yeah.
What's the problem? You know what I mean? I think what's gonna happen is Jimmy Garoppolo is gonna be like one of the best quarterbacks next year. We're in a rude awakening, just like Big Show said it. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but I don't see why we couldn't sit Lance a couple years more. I think we would have got the ball by then, because all these fans that keep, I hear all these fans that call you, they're like, oh well, we'd rather lose with Trey. I mean, if you'd rather lose with Trey,
that's bizarre, isn't it?
No, it's bizarre. It's bizarre, Ronbo, because look at it. If we lose with Trey next year, and we lose again the following year, Debo and all these players that we have, they're not going to want to stay here. I hope they know that. They're going to eventually want a team that's going to be in the playoffs and the NFC Championship and the AFC Championship. They ain't going to be wanting the playoffs. We're going to be rebuilding for the next 3 years. Then we're really going to be a mediocre team, 7-9 every damn year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've not seen anything. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And then like this whole thing that before Jimmy got hurt, he was mobile. I mean, I don't know if people can see that, but he was a pocket first though. Look first and then go. Who's to say that after this year, his knee's way better at his percent. You know what I mean? And we're letting that go, Ronbo. Kyle's doing the same thing his dad's doing. You know what I mean? It's just kind of annoying. It's kind of I loved Kyle from the get go, but it's kind of.
Yeah.
And then like the whole Anthony Lynn trade, the whole Anthony Lynn, I love that guy, but watch us replace him in the mid-season or next year. He's going to be the next head coach.
Vince is ready tonight. Vince, you know what? Anthony Lynn, I don't know. He's going to leave anyway. He's probably trying to pick up a head coaching job, so he's going to be working hard to make sure that run game looks good. Because he doesn't want to be an assistant.
And then Lynch will take that TV show, that TV deal again. You know what I mean?
This is not that bad.
Hey, we're supposed to be the faithful, Ronbo, but we chewed out Jimmy. We chewed his ass out, and you know what? If I was him, I wouldn't want to stay to a fan base that was unfaithful to him. You know what I mean? I think if we would have just hushed our mouths up, we would have been solid with him for another couple of years, and I think we would have got that sixth championship.
Vince,
whether it was 1 year or not, we would have got it.
Yeah, well, every time he played, we did well, right? But here's the funny thing about it, Vince. Yeah. Do you see how happy Jimmy is to leave? Here's the thing. Belichick said he wouldn't have Belichick said he wouldn't have used Jimmy like Kyle did. And right there, it hit me. I said, you know what? Yeah, because Jimmy was orchestrating, he was running around. Kyle wants to run. If people think Kyle's going to stop running next year, they got a big surprise coming. But Kyle wants to run. Belichick used to have Jimmy pretty much orchestrating the offense every time he came in the game. Jimmy was spreading the ball out all over the field like he was with us in 2017. That's who he is. But for him to sit back and take away from his own time throwing the ball to make sure the running game worked, that's a testament to Jimmy, and people didn't even realize it. That's not who he is. But he played that role because that's Kyle's football.
I like to think that these professionals, like, they don't go off their way outside their job and look at social media. But, man, I feel like Twitter got to Kyle's head, man. And I don't know. It's just, we're like Big Show said, man. We're in a rude awakening. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope next year
I do too. You
get on my ass, but
because the thing is because your first round quarterbacks, the percentage of them that don't do well is higher than the ones that do well. So you're right. We need to have some concerns. Yeah. But Kyle is pretty good. People say he's not good at developing quarterbacks. But normally he does bring the best out of a quarterback. So,
Ronbo, Trey Lance didn't say that because he loves Jimmy. Trey Lance said that because he's trying to save his ass and he wants him a couple more years right here in the Bay. You know what I mean? Let's just be real, man. Trey knows it. I don't want to see a whole RG3. You know what I mean? I don't want to see a whole.
Oh,
I'm
no.
just
But
afraid of this. You know what I mean? I'm afraid of
Vince,
that.
keep your
And
fingers
he's
crossed,
too
man.
young.
He's gonna be okay. Vince, great to
So,
hear from you again.
hey, but hey, it's Niners all day. You know what I mean? Just like
Yeah,
normal. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. I hear you,
for
Phil.
sure.
All right. Well, Vince, don't be a stranger, man. Let me get back in here before another 3-4 years. All right. I'll be looking for you.
Oh, you know what? All right, for sure, Ronbo.
All right, Phil. Be back Friday.
All right.
All right. Have a great night. Oh God. Hey. Uh, hey, yo, Tony.
Ronbo.
Tony, come on in, man.
What's happening, brother?
Hey, I'm sitting back here and I'm still marveling at how Jimmy's mom, Tony, she must have been one of the greatest moms on the planet to raise a kid like that. Jimmy's got no evil in him anywhere, does he? I'm just,
It's the
unless he's
best way to
fucking,
be, bro. Ronbo.
it is. I didn't, but there's not a lot. You don't meet a lot of guys like that, and I forgive him for enjoying porn stars. There's nothing really unhealthy about that.
Well,
You
I
know,
think that's a smart move because they both know what they want from each other and there's no strings attached. So, unlike some of the other dudes, throwing couches out of top story fucking windows and shit
that's
like
sick, right? You
that.
know?
Okay, so Jimmy's smart. He's not gonna. He knows what happens when you end up in the media, and he's thinking, if I'm going to end up in the media, I'm going to end up in the media for all the right reasons.
There you go.
Right? And
Gotta love
there's
it.
nothing they could say to him about going out on a date with a porn star because there's no violence, there's no she said, he said, there's none of that, And even the girl said, oh, if Jimmy wants to go on another date with me, he's welcome anytime.
You just got to. You don't need to go out to exclusive restaurants around L.A. where the TMZ is just sitting around waiting. Just don't. Just cozy, intimate places in the dark. He'll learn.
And but that previous caller, I like what he said, and I was thinking about while he was talking. I thought, can you imagine Jimmy with the offense in Pittsburgh, and the defense that they got, and then all of a sudden we're playing Jimmy G, while he's playing for Pittsburgh Steelers against the 49ers, and he comes down and whoops our ass. Yeah, geez, that's not going to go down too well.
Steeler defense.
I think where you guys come from, I call it the most politically correct bullshit country on the planet. Right?
We do have some issues, don't we?
I mean, there's too much of that crap that goes on over there. Like I listen to these guys with the black thing and these coaches, and I'm thinking, what the bloody hell's wrong with these people? I mean, we can see that
It's rooted in a deep history,
people,
Tony.
Yeah, but look, I come from a history where we were under the Ottoman Empire for 500 years.
Oh,
I don't go on about it. You know what I mean? But what I'm trying to say is black people are black. That's because the big man upstairs made them that way because they lived in one of the hottest parts of the planet. You know what I mean? That's what the color of a person's skin shouldn't matter for anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Eskimos are white. Black people lived in Africa. That's why God made them that color, and they've got nice big wide noses so they can breathe.
And Tony,
properly
and
don't
leave out the ability to run really quickly because you're on the food chain when you're in across the African planet.
Exactly. But my point is, as a human race, Ronbo, if we don't come together, if you and I cut our fingers, we're going to bleed the same color, brother.
Absolutely.
We're not going to bleed two different colors, you know what I mean? And if we don't wake up to ourselves as a human race and just wake up and say, look, this is a whole bunch of crap, we're going to be ruled like we're being ruled now with this COVID shit. That's why 5% of the world's population control the whole lot of us because they know we're a bunch of dumb idiots. We're easy to control. all you have to do is throw a bone in there to put people against each other, and they lap it up like lapdogs.
Yeah.
So
It's almost on cue and anticipated. Yeah, I know.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was thinking about all the free agents we got, who we're going to keep, who we're going to let go. I think this year's going to be one big mess.
If they can sort it out, and Tony, like you, I haven't been saying anything about that. I don't know how you sort this out. Who's going to stay? Who's not going to stay?
The only thing I could come up with, Ronbo, is when is the cap going to go up?
Next year, not this year. It's going to go up a little bit this year, but substantially more in 2023.
Next year.
Yeah.
So the only way I could come up with it was if we go over the cap this year, right? And then when it comes to next year, we fall inside the cap because it's going to go up.
You're going to do that to some degree, Tony, because even if they get Nick Bosa to go along with that type of contract, for sure Debo is. And, they'll not kick in until next year. So the 49ers pretty much going to be comfortable with that. They budgeted in some fashion.
Some of these other teams, I don't know what Roger Goodell or whatever the bloody hell his name is drinking or eating, but no one can seem to get him to investigate the Rams or the Cowboys or, people like that.
Kansas City, I got some questions about them too. You know what, Tony? I think they go through some of an audit. I think people do come in and check their books. If not, I can't believe it, because that means anybody can manipulate the system as well versed as you are, in any shape, way, fashion, or form to get the ball players you want, and nobody's going to say anything. Yet, if I see a player that's doing too well, I call him in for a drug test. So I got to believe they're definitely checking people out.
Look, Ronbo, this is $1 billion industry.
Yep.
Now, if I come and spot you 2 or 3 mil to look the other way, we can't be naive. You know what I'm saying?
No, payola, it exists. Yeah.
We try to think that everyone plays by the rules, but when you know and and the fans know, how can these guys have all these big money players and no one's kicking up a stink and saying, I want them investigated. I want them investigated, and I want it made public, and I want to see their bloody all their payments.
You're so right, Tony. It never happens. Tony, this is such in-depth stuff. We could go on for hours, but we got to stop now. It's really compelling. These kind of conversations I do want to have, but they're going to get long in the tooth. But Tony, that's just, you really pinpointed some things I think about a lot. So thanks for that.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'll be back.
One question
tomorrow.
Before I go, Ronbo.
Go ahead.
Did you like the thing with what's his name? Colin Cowherd. I sent you.
I loved it. I'm going to post that indiscreetly with people who go on and on that subject matter. If you know what I mean. I don't want to get started now. Yeah. See, because people don't think when they speak. So Tony, I'll see you possibly tomorrow. Okay.
All right, brother. No worries. Shout out to everyone, and see you in the next chapter.
All right. Looking forward to it, Tony. Great stuff. Have a great day.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. And I see Daniel Serrano. Thank you, Jimmy, for your professionalism. As you know, the 49ers empire is very demanding and can seem a bit ungrateful at times. God bless you. Hey, Daniel, that's real cool. I like that. Thanks for the contribution, too. Hey, KC. KC. Every now and then he overdoses on those over-the-counter drugs. I've told him about that. Read the dosage on the label and don't go past it, Case. He's laying on the floor. Casey. Fly guy. We'll come back, Casey. Fly guy.
Good. That's good.
Fly guy, man. We're sitting up here, man. We're like, I'm tripping on Jimmy's extreme kindness toward the organization and that big smile on his face as he's leaving. And then again, I'm looking at Anthony Lynn, our brand new guy, as Mike McDaniel leaves, and how is he going to change the run game? Are we going to appreciate it as much as we did with Mike McDaniel? And also, Fly Guy, you got like McVay running around talking about, "Whew, man, I tell you what, I'm really not feeling real bad about Mike McDaniel leaving to the Dolphins." He just showed himself, did he, Fly Guy? The dude has been scared for years. I mean, after 6 ass whoopings, I guess you would be, but still.
Yeah, man.
Oh
But
God.
but remember, looking back at the game, do you think we should have went for the 4th and 2? Why give them the ball back and we can't stop them? That didn't make no sense.
Yeah, everybody
4th
talks
and
about
2.
that. I don't know.
4th and 2. That's like
He said, and you heard what Kyle said, right? He said if he had to do all over again, he'd still do that. Kyle does that a lot, though.
yeah, but
When people question him.
he know he wrong. He ain't gonna admit he wrong because the defense was playing bad and you got a chance to put him away, Ronbo, and you give him the ball back again. You feel me?
Yeah.
It was at the 45, something like that.
He's
4th
very,
and 2.
he's very conservative. Shanahan's, he can
Yeah.
be. He's a man who's got a lot of creativity in what he does, but at the same time, he's kind of conservative, which is really weird because usually a guy that's really creative is a little more bold and daring. Kyle's not crazy
Yeah.
about going on 3rd and 4th downs. Or
I
4th
know.
down. Yeah.
If he goes for it, it's like it got to be an inch.
And just like the Super Bowl, remember when George Kittle? We should have went and played one more play before the halftime.
Yeah, and
Kyle
then
was
he made the ball.
concerned that he's
That's
I don't
crazy.
but that's who he is, and he's not going to change, Fly Guy. We're gonna question this over and over in the future too, and we're gonna say, Kyle, 4th and 1, you're down
You know,
on
like,
the 35-yard line. It's just as good as a punt. Oh no, he would kick a
And-
field goal from there. Yeah, but there are places on the field where you need to go for it. It's not going to put your defense in much danger.
I believe it might be a change next year because he got a mobile quarterback now. And I was thinking about Trey Lance running the option with Mostert. That's dangerous right there.
Yeah, but if you got 4th down, you don't need to be mobile. You just need to go for it. Jimmy, Jimmy never failed on the quarterback sneak with those 4th and 1s?
I'm not talking about the 4th down thing. I was thinking about next year. Picture Trey Lance running the option with Mostert.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
That could
right
be
there.
interesting, actually. Even Mitchell, that could be interesting. So, yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of that, actually.
Man, we're gonna be fine. It'll be a whole different offense. I can't wait.
Just got to be careful, though. Don't put Lance in a whole lot of running schemes because, that's how you end up getting hurt. We get hurt bad enough as it is. Because how many running backs do we survive every year, right? So you want to keep Lance out of that running situation not too often. Pick your spots.
No, those quarterbacks when they like to run like that is because they can handle the hits and they know how to fall so they don't get hurt.
Yeah, well,
They're not going to run if they know they're going to get hurt. The reason they run is because they know they're not going to be hurt.
He's not
Same
good
thing
at
with Lamar. He run all day. He don't get hurt.
Lamar. Yeah, Lamar did get hurt, Fly Guy. You know what? Eventually, they all get hurt.
Yeah, they're going to catch you once, but they don't catch you often. But they'll catch you. Like, you'll be hurt once on the blue. Everybody can be hurt once on the blue.
That's true. Yeah, we're going to see. But he's got to learn to work. He's got to learn to work from the pocket too, though. I think that's Kyle's number one thing. The RPO, yeah, but he got hurt last year running the RPO. Remember, he didn't even play that much. So you got to be careful with that.
Yeah, but I can't wait, man.
Could be interesting though. I'm looking forward to what Kyle's going to do. So,
And most of the free agent.
Who? Mostert?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that right? We were talking about that the other day. I wasn't really, I didn't check into it. Is he? Because I thought he had 1 year. This might be it. Maybe it did expire this year.
Yeah, maybe. I think he's a free agent. We got to bring him back.
Yeah, I'd sign him too. You know what? If you took a poll, though, I wonder how many people would sign him. Because now you got Mitchell. We're cash strapped. Do you sign him? Or do you think Mitchell's going to be okay? Maybe look for another running back in the draft. Will Trey Sermon finally come around?
Ain't
A lot of
nobody
things.
like ain't nobody like Raheem Mostert.
No, I
I don't
agree.
care who you
Most of it is special, ain't he?
because that home run when you get through that hole,
He's gone.
goodbye.
Yeah. And you know what? Nobody's going to catch him from any angles or anything else. Every now and
Yeah.
then somebody caught him from an angle, but rare.
That's the reason why we struggled this year too. Our offense didn't score a lot of points because we don't have the home run. Like if most of us in the game, man, we'd be in the 31 points type of game because now they're watching Mostert, Kittle going crazy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting next year.
Mitchell did. But Debo, Flacco, we didn't really suffer madly because Debo brought a run game. More remember how you look at the screen? It looks like Debo's running one speed and the rest of the people running in slow motion. Debo did a job as a running back. Ooh,
He
didn't get hurt either.
He got that Mostert speed. That Mostert when they hit that sideline.
And they're gone. Like we ran out of time. The clock's zipping down quickly. Let me see you possibly tomorrow. See what's going on. All right. All right,
Yeah.
Phil. Talk to you later. Night Fly Guy. Hey, Shabazz!
Ronbo.
Shabazz.
Ronbo.
Waiting for you, fam. What's up?
What's going on, Ronbo? Checking in, man.
All right.
'Cause I'm listening to callers and everybody got their opinion. I got my opinion too.
Get up to your microphone, to your phone, because I want to hear this, and it's kind of faded out.
Okay. And Ronbo, as always, you got perfect timing. I'm walking out the gym right now as we speak.
All right.
Ronbo, these guys do not understand what we have in Trey Lance and what we have in Anthony Lynn. Ronbo, we're cheating. This is a cheat code. We have two bona fide head coaches, not one, two, and one that comes from the Shanahan system. Anthony Lynn worked with Kyle's dad before, played for the 49ers, and it's funny how everybody's saying these things, what they do think and don't think about Trey going to be ready. This is the perfect storm brewing. I want one thing this offseason. I want to sign Tyrod Taylor, because when Tyrod Taylor came in and worked with Justin Herbert and for the Chargers, who was then San Diego going on their way to L.A., Justin Herbert 2 years later is the Pro Bowl MVP. And let's thank Anthony Lynn and Anthony Lynn's staff for that, because he's a 6'6" quarterback with a strong arm, and he was put in a great system with a great running back. I forget the Chargers running back at the time. After Melvin Gordon, they had another good running back. So, and Anthony Lynn's specialty is power backs. So Trey Sermon is going to shine in this new system, and we're going to have Anthony Lynn for 1 year, because we're going to flourish, and Trey Sermon is going to flourish, especially if we bring in Tyrod Taylor to be his backup.
Shabazz, how much you think Tyrod Taylor would be asking for?
I think he'll take a veteran's minimum, just like what everybody's saying about Mostert. He'll take a veteran's minimum because he'll know he's coming in a mentor role. The last time we was playing with the Chargers, he was under the assumption that he was going to be the starting quarterback. And remember, he got injured late in the preseason or early in the season, I think, and that's what caused Herbert to start as a rookie. Remember?
Yeah, no, I do.
I'm telling you this, guy.
They gave him they punctured some part of one of his organs with a hypodermic and ruined his. Yeah, what bad luck is that?
Yep, bad. Yeah, there was some bad luck. He was going to be starting, and Justin Herbert sat behind him. All this downplaying, like you said, it didn't matter whether it was Sean Hill or whether it was Jim Druckenmiller being the quarterback for the 49ers. It didn't matter who it was. I'm rooting my 49ers on. So let's not wish this kid misfortune. It could be Alex Smith. It could be me. It could be you, Ronbo. We're all 49er fans.
Absolutely. My only concern was I hope he is exactly what he appears to be, because we've seen a lot of first round picks come in, and they look awesome coming in, and then all of a sudden they fell off. So but you know what? He's surrounded by a lot of great players, and that's another reason why I think he'll be fine too. Because Russell Wilson, when he first came into the league, Russell Wilson had the Legion of Boom. So no matter, it allowed him to grow and not always be held completely responsible for whether they won or lost. And I'm hoping the 49ers do that because regardless, he needs experience. And that's a good way to do it. Keep him up out of the water until he learns how to swim really well. And then he can carry the team within a certain amount of time, even then.
Yep. This is true, my man, Ronbo.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah, defenses. But as long as we got John Lynch, boy, he's going to be building that defense. Lynch, even if Kyle's not thinking about it, Lynch is looking for defense. You got to love him. Because that defense last year, they came on toward the end, boy, them boys was kicking it. And what a pickup with Arden Key and some of the other guys, So I'm looking for that defense to continue to get good.
Yes. So we're going to be all right, Ronbo.
Yeah.
We're going to be all right.
Got to believe that no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel like losing. No losing. Especially the media. Shabazz, I have not turned on and watched any media programs, any football media programs, since last week. I can't stand it. Oh, they're going to be saying the most ridiculous things. And, God, I just, ooh. And they talk about the Rams. Well, the Rams have achieved what they set out to do. So, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I don't blame you, Ronbo. And they ain't won that game.
And they won it. That's right. They haven't won that game yet. So let's just stop it. It's going to be fun watching that game, especially if things go south for the Rams. I'll be in seventh heaven. Yeah. That'll take some of the pain away. Go, Joe! Joe B!
Yes, it will.
I tell you what. Well, Shabazz, always great to hear from you because, you bring a certain glow you get on the phone. I love it. I'll be back tomorrow. Depending on, let's see. I'm trying to find some things that are going on with the Niners right now. It's kind of that dead zone, but be looking for you if you got time.
I will check in, Ronbo.
All right, Shabazz. Have a great night, fam.
All right. You too, fam.
Thanks. And we circle back to see if we can find Casey. Hey, Casey. Chris Hansen, all you guys that hate on Jimmy, don't put my name in your mouth. Just leave me alone. Hey, Don. Well, Don.
What's happening, Ronbo? What's happening?
Don, remember sitting back, we're looking at some of the things that went on between Trey and Jimmy. Also looking at John McVay that's delighted that Mike McDaniel's leaving. And Anthony Lynn, even though I don't suspect Anthony's going to do anything unusual of Kyle-style football, but, it might be a little different from McDaniel. Are you anticipating anything like that?
Well, Anthony Lynn, the way he runs his run game, obviously we have to show more mix-up, I would believe so, because Mike McDaniel, I believe, it was more of like hard-nosed, like run, like it was trench warfare. That's our style, obviously. But obviously, we need to mix it up a little more because we can only handle the trenches for so long, especially when it comes to the run game. But I think Anthony Lynn will bring some more ideas and creativity to the run game that'll make us even more dangerous too.
And fresh, because as I think a lot of people were like, pretty much knew what we were going to do. But you know what, Don? The thing is, we imposed our will in such a way that even if they knew what we were going to do, there was nothing they could do about it. Now, you're right, though. I want to see a little versatility added to what they do. I agree.
Like what they did with Deebo Samuel. Nobody expected what he would do. And he should win MVP alone because of what he did. That you cannot ask for anything than what Deebo did for us. That was amazing. He was able to do.
He wants to learn to kick field goals. He's done everything now. He says, "Okay, I'm ready to kick a field goal next." Because
if he can kick a field goal, I'm gonna be, oh my goodness.
you know.
And I also heard of Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. I was laughing about that. But go ahead.
Yeah. And I heard about the Sean McVay thing. How about I let this be a talking smackdown kind of thing? Be like, Sean, really, Sean? You're all happy that Mike McDaniel's gone. Well, guess what? We just brought in Anthony Lynn, and we're going to make your defense live a living hell based on the runs we will do against that defense of yours, depending who's still going to be there once you guys lose the Super Bowl.
I mean, if I'm Sean McVay, I don't say things like that in public. What does that sound like? Oh, God, I'm so glad. I'm so tired of kicking my ass. Well, finally, they're going to get rid of one of those guys. I mean, come on, Sean, have some shame.
Yeah, he doesn't. He does not have shame at all. But guess what? If this Super Bowl, I think it's going to come to bite him. I mean, they think they know these Bengals. I don't think they know everything about them either. I think the Bengals got something and it will shock the living heck out of them big time.
They're not going to be able to stay with Jamar Chase. Now, they may put – you know what's funny, Don? I'm trying to understand who you guys going to put on T. Higgins. Now, you can't put actually, Jalen Ramsey has had a lot of trouble trying to deal with quick, fast guys, so he's obviously and clearly not going to be on Jamar Chase. Even Marquise Goodwin killed him years ago. So fast guys are not his forte. So he's going to be on T. Higgins, I'm going to assume. I don't know if Higgins is going to be in. Waddle, no, he can't do anything with Higgins. He can hit him.
Especially after being gone for how long? 2 years?
Higgins is.
Exactly.
And
Jamar.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, because the fact is, and you got the running back, they got a good running game too. They do everything the 49ers do with a deep threat. See, so that's why if the Rams think that this is going to be something they can just go in and do, boy, they're going to get shocked. I can't wait to see this.
I can't wait to see it. And Joe Burrow, that dude, oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
You talk, I do believe he could be the next Tom Brady, honestly. This guy, the way he handles himself
True.
In that pocket and be able to throw and take hits, oh, my gosh.
And there it is, take hits. 9 times. Don, you get up off the dirt 9 times, and you still beat the Titans. What? Really?
That is true.
He doesn't get intimidated. He doesn't get scared. 9 double digits one more time, and oh my God, he still beat him. Does that say something about the Titans or not? I don't know, but I was impressed with that.
I know, me too. 9 freaking times he gets stacked and able to deliver to get them where they need to be to win the game without any showing signs that you're hurt, that you're, oh my goodness, that is the scary dude. That's a scary dude.
Burrow should have been standing back behind the lines. You got to bring better than that. Hit me. Here, come and get me. Come get me. You know, you can go into WWE mode.
Kind of stuff. Yeah, that's Muhammad Ali.
I can't wait. You know what? I was thinking about. I'm gonna watch. In fact, I'm gonna in your face at you play. I gotta watch this game. This should be interesting. The Rams with all their Hollywood glitz and glimmer and superstars against the young and upcoming Bengals.
Yeah, and you think the script is going to be for the Rams to win? The last time Hollywood scripts go against LA sports teams, it usually goes for the other team than the actual team that lives in Hollywood. From what I've seen the past few years already.
It's been rough on the Dodgers. The Lakers finally got away.
I saw that National Series from when the Nationals went to win it. That last game, oh my goodness. You cannot script anything better than that. Oh my goodness, that was. And I'm seeing scripting for how are the Rams going to be able to win, or are the Bengals going to shock the world? and prove that they are the real deal.
Oh, they shocked the Titans. They're a young, scrappy, don't know any better team, than to be afraid. They're going to bring they're going to be pretty crazy. That's going to be pretty funny.
And they have the most upside out of all the teams out there. That's what's even more scary. They don't care at all what's going to happen.
And that defensive front, it doesn't get enough credit. And
if you can go and beat the Titans the way you took the hits, the way you guys did, go into Arrowhead and come back and beat Patrick Mahomes.
and have him running for his life at the end of the game. That was special, wasn't it? Todd, we ran out of time, but that was crazy. I watched it, but I see it. I couldn't believe. Johnny, listen, good to hear from you. Let's get together tomorrow. Let's see what happens tomorrow. All right?
All righty. All right. Talk to you later, Ronbo.
Looking forward to it, Doug.
Shout out to the faithful.
Thanks, man.
Have a good night.
You too. And the law has arrived. Brian!
The law says know your damn role. What's up, Ronbo?
Brian, man, we're going over the Anthony Lynn and how is he going to reshape that run game, which is a good thing now that, like a couple people pointed out here, to refresh the run game so people don't actually know what's going on is probably a great thing. I do like McDaniels because of his brilliance, but this could be interesting. And also, Sean McVay's running around saying, man, I'm glad Mike McDaniels is out of here. And then, of course, that trade-off between Jimmy and Trey Lance, have you ever seen anything like this before? But go ahead, your feeling on these things. I mean, when I say trade-off between Trey and Jimmy, that Trey is like he's endorsing Trey. He's got a big smile on his face as he waves goodbye. All the guys in the locker room still love him. I'm sure they're all going to hang out when they get a chance. But your feeling?
Well, I think right now, Ronbo, it's all about Trey. This is Trey's legacy. It starts,
Now.
And just like Jimmy, I hope the team gives him the support that he needs to be successful, just like they gave Jimmy, I think it's good. I think it's a good thing that Lynn, I thought that was a good hire, especially for the staff that we got. We could treat that as like a two-headed monster. It's like you got two head coaches on the sideline.
It's a lot of brilliance.
So
I
hope. Yeah. So hopefully, the great minds will put it together, and hopefully they'll be able to get them Niners to where they be before they to conquer that quest for 6. Oh, and then Ronbo, also, I was, getting off script. I was kind of working on like a work draft for my, my will or whatever. And the first line I got in there is, before I leave this earth, we have got to give Roger Craig his gold jacket. I'm sorry. We have got to. That is my long mission and do nothing else.
No sense.
I cannot go to the upper room, And it's like Deion said, with the Hall of Fame. He said, you got the club. There's a club, and then there's the VIP room. Anybody can get in the club, but everybody can go in the VIP. So. But it'll be a travesty. Again, it'll be a travesty if they let him around and let Roger Craig get all gray on his hair and do not give him a gold jacket. I don't care if he never led the league in NFL, never led the league in Russia. I don't care. But he was the
first guy to get 1,000 yards rushing and receiving. First guy to do that. That alone, exactly.
Yeah.
That's HOF material to begin with.
And do you know he was most of his productivity came. He was a fullback, Ronbo. He wasn't a tailback. He was a fullback.
See. So I don't know.
All those catches he caught from the fullback position, and then I think he moved when he moved, that's when, when he hit the 1,000.
That's why I'd love to hear the writers when they vote. I'd love to hear the explanation as to why did you vote against Roger Craig becoming a Hall of Famer. I'd love to hear what they say. I'm curious. Why?
Yeah.
I'd love to know.
I mean, I think I was happened to overhear some names, I guess for finalists for the Hall of Fame next year. And I said, how can y'all live with yourself and not include Roger Craig? They talking about Corey Dillon and all these other backs. And, not saying they're not good, but
still, Roger should be
compare them to
in
Roger
that
Craig.
conversation.
Compare them to Roger, really. How can you wake up with a straight face and not say, hey, this guy needs to get his just due?
Well,
I
tell you what. Here's the thing, Brian.
You take Roger Craig away. You go ahead.
No, look for that. We're going to get mad about Frank Gore too. I got a feeling, but that's all it's going to add. But go ahead.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just saying, you take Roger Craig away from those 80 teams, and it's a different team. He was like the fourth receiver. He's pretty much like the fourth. And even before Rice got there, even before Rice got there, when they had Dwight Clark and Freddie Solomon, he was still a factor. So it's like when Rice got there, it's like that offense went to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So
because Walsh was way ahead of his time.
But,
there weren't a lot of running guys come out of the backfield doing that. And it was anything more fun than Roger Craig bringing his knees up to his eyeballs as he's coming through the middle of that line. you can get hurt reaching down
Ronbo.
there.
That is classic. That is classic.
I wonder why no other running back has adopted that style.
No, he's a bar none guy. I mean, he's got. But I know I kept his name on my. I talk about him a lot from time to time. But I mean, right is right. I mean, you let these other cats in. Not saying they ain't good, but hey, pay respect to the past.
Yeah, you got to go by the stats. If nobody's ever done something before, or you were the first to ever do it, you got to give it to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, Ronbo, let me ask you this: Are we ever going to get some speed at the wide receiver position?
Oh, don't get me started on that.
Would it be another draft that we let go by and we don't address?
I know, right?
A burner.
Because the thing is, our receivers are good, but they don't intimidate the secondaries. Everybody secondary believes they can hang out with our guys and they can run with them.
Right.
See, but as soon as you bring that guy in that takes the top off, now it's a different story. And Kyle needs that for the type of offense he wants to run. So I can't believe he doesn't put that as top priority. He brought Marquise Goodwin when he first came over here. He knows. So I'm not sure what he's doing.
Right. Who you got winning the Super Bowl, Ronbo?
What?
Who you got winning the Super Bowl?
I think the Bengals are going to win it. I really do think the Bengals are going to win it. Why? Because of what I've seen them do to Mahomes. That offense in Kansas City, it's a little more prolific than the one they got in L.A. If they had Mahomes on his horse running for his life, shoot, and Mahomes can run, Stafford's in trouble.
Well, I say this Sunday, I'm a Bengals fan. I am who they.
I tell you, Brian, we got to go.
I hope they beat the brick. Hope they beat the brace off them Rams.
But they're playing in L.A. though. Oh, we'll see. Anyway, fam, we got to go. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Okay.
Ronbo, big shout out to you. Shout out to your production, and shout out to the 49er faithful. I am always red and gold till I'm dead and gold. Dead and cold. And the law is out.
There you go. Yeah, Big Brian. Have a great night, fam.
Hi, Ronbo. Take it easy.
You too. And Water says, yo, Ronbo, Stafford's going to lay an egg in the SB. If Stafford thinks he can go in there and throw them INTs, he only got off the hook because we let him off the hook and we couldn't do any better. But that. And hey, Chardal.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Chardal, we're looking at the exchange between Jimmy handing the torch in the fashion that he did it, handing the torch to Trey Lance. We're making jokes of Sean McVay being so glad that Mike McDaniels left San Francisco.
I think Jimmy G is going to be a good impact on Trey Lance next year because he was playing behind Jimmy G. Yeah. So I think he's gonna have a good impact on the kid next year. He's saying like, I'm always gonna treat you as my friend. You're always gonna be a friend figure to me.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that? That Trey Lance, Jimmy G is like Jimmy G will always be Trey Lance's friend. Like, no matter if they're on different teams, they're always gonna be like respecting each other.
I think so. I do. He came in.
What do you think? How do you think he's gonna do next year? Do you think like he's gonna do all right, or it's gonna take him some time to get accustomed? When Jimmy G's not there.
Well, yeah, I suspect there'll be a period to go through.
Because when Jimmy G's not there, do you think it's gonna be kind of hard for Trey Lance to perform well? Because Jimmy G's not gonna be on the team next year, so the kid needs to be able to perform on his own, and that's not gonna be easy. Because
he's got a lot of
when
people.
When you're by yourself, you're not able to perform. When you're with somebody else, it's easier because he can play a little bit. But when you're by yourself, it's hard. Because you're not with somebody else, you're just you're just a solo.
I
player.
understand that. Charlotte, you need not worry about that though, because he's got support from a lot of his teammates, and Anthony Lynn's going to be a good voice in his head. I don't know about Scangarello.
So I don't got to worry about he's solo. He's by himself. He gotta lead the squad on his own.
He's got that kind of maturity. Actually, it appears that mentally. I think he's okay. He's a little ahead of his age, so I don't think that's going to be a huge problem. Not that.
And the only problem with Trey Lance is that he's young, so whenever you're young, you tend to get injured a lot because you're really young. So he could get injured a lot. So, I mean, the only problem why Jimmy G is not there is that if Trey Lance gets injured, who's going to be the backup QB? They have to take somebody from the practice squad.
This is really actually Charlotte. You hit on something there because I don't know who they're going to bring in. It needs to be solid.
Because that's the thing I'm afraid about is that Trey Lance is only 21, and if he gets injured like in the season, who's going to replace him? There's nobody to replace him. You got to take Nate. Then you got to take Nate Sudfeld, who we hate. I mean, we don't like Nate Sudfeld, but if he gets injured, he's going to be the only replacement for Trey Lance next season.
Well, maybe not.
And I don't like Nate Sudfeld because he's a third-string quarterback and he's not good enough.
Yeah, they're going to be looking for somebody.
Bring him.
That's going to be a surprise, Chardal.
I don't know what's going to happen about that because if he gets injured, all we have to do is bring the third-string quarterback. That's all we have. We don't have anybody else. I mean, we're not going to. I mean, because Jimmy G's gone. So I don't know what we're gonna do if he gets injured because everybody's saying Trey Lance gets injured a lot. He's prone to injuries a lot. So, I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do next season if that happens. But cross your fingers, hope he doesn't get injured, and hopefully nothing bad happens to him because he's only a rookie. He's very young.
Shuttle, it's early, so give him time. I'm pretty sure they're going to find a veteran to bring in.
Yeah, but I know it's early, but I still don't want I still don't want to project injuries to happen to anybody. Just me as a fan, I just don't like anybody getting injured. It's just like the kindness of my heart. I just don't like to see that on the field. Because I don't like injuries are never a good sign. Seeing them get carted off the field, taken off to the medical on a stretcher. That just hurts my feelings when players get injured on the field. And it's just as a person, I'm like, injuries are never anything you would want to ever happen to anybody.
Well, it's a violent game, Chardal.
If they get injured, it's a game. You're gonna get prone to get injured once in a while in the game. So
Hopefully it's not
I
serious.
mean, that's every sport. Every sport, there's injuries. Basketball, there's injuries. Hockey, there's injuries. Baseball, there's injuries. Football, there's injuries. Every sport has some sort of injuries associated with it, and players
Yeah.
get hurt.
Yeah.
And you got to deal with it. You got to deal with injuries.
Yeah. It's part of the
It's
game,
just the fact
especially
of life.
football.
It's just injuries are very common in sports because football is a high full contact sport. Players are hitting helmets on other people, are ramming other players with their helmets.
And running at high speed
football.
at each other too. Yeah. It's
So it's
easy
a
to
full
get hurt.
contact sport. So people are going to get injured in a full contact sport.
We're going to have good luck next year, Shardol. We are going to have a 2% rate. And normally we get up to 40% as far as injuries goes. And then some guys come back and some guys don't. But next year, Shardol, we're going to be a healthy team from beginning.
Yeah, we're gonna be healthy next year.
Yeah.
We're gonna be a totally different team next year, from this year, with all the mistakes we made and the errors we made through the season.
Yeah. Well, you learn from those mistakes. So
yeah, we got to learn from the mistakes we made in this season. We got to apply them next season.
Yeah, that's pretty much life in a nutshell.
Yeah,
So-
I try to keep, the best thing about me is I try to keep it positive. I always keep everything positive and keep everything upbeat. Keep everything. I like to inspire the players. I know that we're gonna have a stronger team next year with Kittle, Ayuk, Debo. All those players are gonna be strong next year. We're gonna probably win it. We're probably gonna go a chance and probably go and chance to win another Super Bowl next year.
I hope so. I really do.
Because I want us to win a Super Bowl so bad. I mean, I don't care if it didn't happen this year. I want, if it happens next year. I just want it to happen someday. I mean, it could be next
Next
season
year.
or whenever. But
Yes.
just win us a damn Super Bowl. That's it.
All right, Shardol. I'm gonna tell you what.
See ya.
We'll see. Maybe be back tomorrow too. Okay. All right,
I'll be
Shardol.
back tomorrow. Talk to you tomorrow.
All right, Shardol. Have a great night.
See ya.
And see ya. And let's go back and check out and see if Casey is available. Casey. Nudge.
So Ronbo,
Nudge. Come on in, man. We're sitting up here
what's going on with you?
looking at Jimmy G. Nudge. The more I watch Jimmy say goodbye, Nudge, does it seem like he's excited to go? I understand he's being real polite, and I suspect that's who he really is. But this thing with him and Trey, it's amazing, to me. And Trey's loving it, and I'm hoping he learned a lot from Jimmy. I wish he could learn that short passing game too, but still, he's going to be a stud.
Man, oh boy, if he can learn that short passing game, that quick release, the league
and with his
league gonna be in
arm,
trouble.
yeah, if he can do that and go downfield, yeah, he's going to be difficult.
Timely though, I don't want to see a whole bunch of down the field throws. Just timely, catch the defense off guard, good on point.
See, because otherwise you're turning to Matt Stafford. People don't want Matt Stafford go downfield. Matt Stafford can also lead the league in INTs. Notch, you know what though?
Mm-hmm.
I've been crying about a speedster for a long time. This is why this year I wish Kyle would get serious about that. Get me that damn near 4.2 dude. He ain't got to be the most greatest, but he's got to be running down the field and every now and then make a reception.
We got Benjamin.
You saw what happened, right? Travis, he got loose a couple of times though. Kyle wouldn't let him play.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what that was about.
Me either. But yeah, though. Yeah, I feel you on that one, though. Get you a speedster. Get you a little speedster to go down the field and whatnot.
Because, see, that's setting up in the box. People think that's all because of, the quarterback. That's folks who don't understand. You can do that to any quarterback if they ain't got to worry about nothing going downfield, Because, number one, if I see a bullet go by me, I ain't staying in the box, and the coach ain't gonna make me stay there either, because all he needs is a couple of steps. And he ain't got to throw the ball deep downfield. Now the quarterback just drops over for about 15 yards because the defense is all sitting up in my face. I ain't got to take too long to get rid of the ball to get it down 10 or 15 yards. So for those who don't understand, that's what a speedster is all about. The defense cannot set in the face of the quarterback at that rate. So we're going to find out.
And think about the run in the middle of the field. You can't look at the middle of the field and have a speedster on the outside.
No, you can do that, but that's why Mahomes, for the first 2 years, Patrick was just had his way with the NFL. You got Tyreek Hill, and what's that other dude they brought in? He's about a step slower than Hill. I got 2 bullets.
Hartman.
Yeah, I got.
Was it Nicole Hartman?
Nicole, yeah, I got 2 bullets. Put them in the gun barrel. All right, come get me, y'all. Somebody gonna get shot first. 2 of y'all gonna get shot, you know. And then, Patrick just let it go. And Hill runs up beneath it. He throw it as hard as he wanted to. Hill's going to run right underneath it. That's a weapon. So,
Lethal weapon. But, yeah, that's what gave Mahomes a whole bunch of bad habits for he do now. Mm-hmm. I won't never big on Mahomes.
So
he good, but
like you're saying, the defense is...
in the Super Bowl, I ain't like him.
But you see the cover 2 they came up with? Who did that first to him? They finally took that away from him. And
Belichick?
Then he became a little less lethal. So you don't be doing that every snap. Then when the defense just sits back and knows you're going to do that, all right, let's give me 3 up front, guys. Everybody else I'm going to put in coverage. What?
Yeah, that's why. It's all about the system. It's not about the player and what he can do, because defense, the coach is going to find a way how to, you feel me? They're going to find a way to
eventually
to neutralize that player, slow him down. But if you got a good system, it's harder to stop a system than it is
the players.
A player, no matter how good the player is, you feel me? Brady, he was good because he could execute a system perfectly.
Yeah.
It won't because he was the best.
Easy
to neutralize talent.
And that's why it's good we got Anthony Lynn with his run game. Mike McDaniels has been proven the dude is a bad boy. McVay is just jumping up and down because he's leaving the 49ers. But you know what? We needed to change a few things about the run game, and I wish Anthony Lynn adds on. Don't take away from what we've already been doing, but Anthony Lynn, just add some Anthony Lynn spins to it, and the run game.
I gotta do some research on him. I know he's good at the run game, but I don't know the differences between him and how they both do the zone or what.
No, he's more of a power back. He's going to set you up a good north-south thing going on. But if you incorporate that with the stretch that Kyle and Bobby Turner like to do, as long as you time it right, it's going to take him a little while to adjust. But surprise!
Oh, that's going to help. That's going to help my boy
Trey Sermon.
What's his name? Who did we draft?
Trey Sermon.
Sermon. That's going to help him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Him and Juszczyk. Okay.
That may be why they brought
some packages with them. Him, Juszczyk, and Charlie Warner.
Yeah.
You can see that package. Yeah.
I used to love to see that Harbaugh boy. Right? Dudes bang, 2 big dudes come. You could see him circling in toward the middle. Wham! Frank Gore following the smash. Oh, that was fun. Bully ball.
17-14 at the end of the game.
I know, because that's all we needed. Let me see you tomorrow. Maybe back tomorrow.
Right. Okay, for sure.
All right, fam.
Already, Ronbo. Be safe.
Hey, you too, fam. Night, Nudge.
All right.
Yo, Bethel.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Hey, Bethel. We're just sitting here trying to get through this part. As I told you the other day, it's annoying other people playing football besides us, but we'll have to go through this for a few more days, and then it's back to the fun part of the off season. But Bethel, we're talking about Anthony Lynn.
Yeah.
and the differences that we may find out with his run game and how he approaches doing things, his philosophies, and things like that. Also, Sean McVay is, as soon as he found out that Mike McDaniel left, he threw a party at his house. You know, it's too funny.
Nah, that one thing that you could do as a head coach is always get somebody that was a head coach before and get more experience to your crew and to your players, because that experience makes a big difference. And one thing that I didn't get to talk about because I was pissed off. I didn't want to see anything. And one thing I seen is that, and I don't know if anybody brought it up, but our offense, I never seen this shit in the NFL, especially on a championship. Our own offensive linemen are blocking each other.
That's
Like,
they're getting beat up.
You're supposed to be blocking the defense, not each other. Like, what are you guys doing?
Are you talking about that play with Trent came running down the line of scrimmage and knocked, I don't know who that was, but he knocked him completely out of the play. But they killed Leonard Floyd on that play too, though. I don't know. This is the thing about Kyle doing that play. I think we need to put a signal or something on Trent when he's coming down there, so I know he's coming to the left or the right. He could hurt somebody doing that. You're right, actually.
No, there's a play where 4 of our offensive linemen are blocking each other. Like, they're blocking each other, not blocking nobody in the defense, not nothing. And I don't know if something happened, that bad communication or what it happened. But I give props to Mostert, because Mostert stand up for our offense. He was tweeting, hey, don't be laughing at our offense because of that play. Because, I don't know if the moment was kind of big for some of them, but, I don't like to see our offensive linemen blocking each other. You got to block the defense, not block each other, the defense.
Those guys, and Tom Compton and Brunskill, they got together after which week? It takes a while for an offensive line to learn to work together. It's like basketball players running plays, 5 guys. It takes a while to develop continuity, timing, a lot of things. You need to know who you're working with.
Yeah.
That's why Trent Williams is trying to tell people, man, you guys better be signing Laken Tomlinson, man. Don't just sign him. Because Trent doesn't want to see a new guy over there.
And, and then another thing is that, me, I'm thankful for what Jimmy did and everything. If he had better luck somewhere else, then, that's fine with him. But, that play that happened when the only thing that I have a knock on Jimmy is that when he doesn't have to throw, overthrow people, he does it, and when you don't have to do it, and when you have to underthrow him, he doesn't do it. Like, it's the other way around for some reason. I don't know why, but and something that you cannot knock is that, look at George Burrows. George Burrows' line collapsed. The best defense guy on Kansas City was gonna sack him, and he got away from it, and he made a play. Look at, now he's in the Super Bowl. He's still on his rookie contract. And that's the kind of quarterback that, you want to get. And hopefully Trey Lance can, go, to that caliber as him. Because if you see it, what other rookie have you seen, learn from playoffs? Only Trey Lance. There's no other rookie that went to a championship and seen that run live. So now he knows, okay, now I know what to do in, regular season, and then what I have to do in the playoffs, because he's been there. He didn't play in it, but he's been there. So, hopefully those jitters, like, other people, when they get to the playoffs, they mess up, that will not happen to him because he already seen that. And that experience that not a lot of people are going to have. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Patrick Mahomes had that, but I think Kansas City got, when Alex Smith
first round exit
was playing, I think they got out the first round,
Yeah.
but he did it. His team got to the championship. So now he has that experience of, okay, now I know what to do. You know, if I get to this kind of caliber game, you know, like, you know, you've seen in this team. And, you know, one knock that I have on Kyle is that he should have prepared better, because if you see what Green Bay did, Green Bay shut down our running game. And I knew the Rams probably are going to do the same thing, because, you know, it's a copycat league. When you see something working, you're going to copy it when you play that team. So what Kyle should have done is he should have faked the run first and, you know, do some slants or do some, because they're going to be waiting for that run. And instead, he did it opposite. He did it where he ran, and then he did the fake. Why are you going to do the fake if they know you're going to fake it already? Because you're doing the same play. You know, but
Kyle wants
you know,
to run.
hopefully, you know, he can learn
that's
from
the thing.
that.
Kyle
You
likes to run almost to a fault, even when it's not there. They believe they can still run. I don't know. So that's why, maybe that's why Jimmy's smiling, because he knows wherever he goes next, the run won't be so hardcore the story, you know. But you know, I gotta tell you though,
like
Beto,
remember, like you said, hopefully he doesn't break Jimmy and he broke him, because you know Jimmy cannot do what he's usually good in doing. So, and when another team, he's gonna be able to do that, because maybe the guy is gonna give him more freedom to do what he wants to do, not have him chained up. And
I know. This we got to worry about what he does with Trey for the same reason. He's got to you got to use this guy's talents and what he does naturally well. We'll see what happens though. But Bethel, we're going to run out of time. Let's maybe back tomorrow. It depends on what hits the headlines. Okay. Otherwise, definitely on Friday.
All right, Rumble.
All right.
Good. Always good show.
Thanks.
And hopefully we do something with Trey Lance, because imagine if we had a better quarterback, we probably would have been going to the Super Bowl. But it is what it is. So
what we really needed was an offensive line that wasn't blocking each other, and also I need Trent Williams with a good wheel. If he had two good wheels, the Rams weren't going to beat us. Almost guaranteed.
Yeah, that's why we beat ourselves. The Rams didn't beat us. We beat ourselves.
I mean, our run game, we can't run. If the minute our team can't run, we're in trouble, because that's what Kyle does.
Yeah.
And we couldn't run. Anyway, I tell you what, let me see you tomorrow.
Good night, Rumble.
All right, man.
And let's go Niners.
Yeah. Have a good night. And there he is. Forget about it. It's Niner Mike. Come in, man.
Oh, there he is. Forget about it, Ronbo. Oh, how we doing over there tonight?
I mean, I'm laughing at number one, Sean McVay being so excited that Mike McDaniel left us, and he went public with that, which was very strange. Also,
I know. He's going to be excited for a lot of things, Ronbo. He's going to be excited for a lot of things. Unfortunately, one of them is not going to be winning the Super Bowl, all right? That's going to be he'll be excited about a lot of things, but that's not going to be one of them, all right? All right, listen, first off, I just want to say this, all right, Ronbo? Look, shout out to you. As always, I'm going to get out of the way early tonight. Shout out to you. Shout out to all the real faithful out there, all you real faithful fans. You know who I'm talking about. All of you that got Niner cups all over your household. You got jerseys in your closet, shirts in your drawers. All right, you got all the love, everything, and you're going to walk into whoever's Super Bowl party this weekend, even if it might be your own, and you're going to have your Niner gear on. You're going to look at everyone and say, "Fuck your team." All right, that's who I'm talking about. All right, all the real faithful out there, Ronbo. And now we're going to get to business, because you know what, Ronbo?
What?
I was I was gonna be real nice, all right, this friggin' week. I was gonna be real nice. I was gonna be real nice, all right? And then I seen all these little friggin' jerk-offs coming in here, talking, running their friggin' mouth. You know what I mean? They couldn't even enjoy the moment with their own team. They had to come in here in your show, Ronbo, in the 49ers Faithful show, and they had to come in here and they had to just start running their mouth. So you know what? We're going to start getting a couple of things straight, all right, for Marketing Slow and his sidekick Ready to Blow. All right, all right, both of them. All right, ready to blow something and Marketing Slow something. All right, both you friggin' loser degenerates. All right, I just want you to know. All right, this is how pathetic. All right, your friggin' team is. Your whole fan base. All right, you just don't got to chant. They don't say "Let's go, Rand." They don't have a chant. They don't got a fucking theme song. They don't have a win song. They don't have a victory theme. They don't have none of that, Rambo. You know what they got? They got a jerk off that gets on the friggin' intercom during the game every 5 minutes to ask their fan base whose house it is. All right, that's what they got. They keep asking themselves whose house it is, Rambo, because they want to make sure that they all haven't left yet. All right, and that, to me, that's the most pathetic thing I think I've ever fucking heard in my life, Ronbo. I mean, I swear to God, these jerk-offs. I mean, come on, what is that? That's what you got. You got to ask yourselves whose house it is every 5 fucking minutes. That's your fucking warrior chant. You freaking losers. All right. I mean, what a bunch of jerk-offs. And did you see their pathetic freaking rally that they tried to throw? I mean, I swear to God, I've seen more people at Texas high school football rallies than who showed up for the send-off for the freaking LA Rams. All right, you fucking degenerates. All right, you just losers. You're just so losers. You degenerate team is a loser. The last Super Bowl you scored 3 points. I think it's the record, Ronbo. I think it was a record. I don't know if it is. The only other way you could beat that is if you just got blown out from hell to nothing in the Super Bowl. All right, and you got the balls to come in here and talk to a fan base and a team that boasts 5 fucking Lombardis when you walk in our doors and they stare you right in the face. I mean, just forget about it, Ronbo. I don't understand it. I don't understand where these jerk-offs come from. I don't understand where they even remotely think that they get any sort of respect or anything from any of us when they do that shit. I really don't get it. And I can't wait till this weekend, Ronbo, when Jalen Ramsey's flailing his fucking arms on the sideline, crying up and down like a freaking baby because he just got fucking roasted by Chase for the second or third touchdown of the game, all right? And I can't wait for all these bums, sad faces. I swear to God, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna drive right through the streets, Ronbo. I'm gonna drive right through the streets. They're gonna think that I'm a fucking Bengals fan, for fuck's sake. All right, I'm gonna drive right through, and forget about it, Ronbo. Anyone got anything to say about it? For any one of these jerk offs, I'm over it. I'm over it. So that's it. That's my rant for the night, Ronbo. That's all I got to say. I love you.
Award-winning.
And that's all I got to say. I'm just tired. I'm tired of hearing from these freaking low-life, degenerate losers that they don't even know the definition of winning. All right? Like, they really freaking don't. They don't touch us in playoff appearances, Super Bowl appearances, title championships, the division championships, head-to-head record. I mean, I could go on and on for these freaking no-name losers. All right, so Marketing Slow and your sidekick Ready to Blow. All right, both of you go jerk each other off in a freaking in a Lamb's bar this weekend somewhere. All right, and forget about it. That's the only way any is coming to a victory. That's all I got to say about that, Ronbo. All right. Hey, forget about it. I love you, Ronbo. Shout out to you as always. Shout out to all the faithful. I'm gonna talk up with you later. All right, I'll talk up with you later, Ronbo.
I got something to say right quick while he's on his run, if you don't mind.
So who's this? Who interrupted?
That's friendly fire. That's Emilio. That's Emilio.
Emilio. Hey, I'm with you, man. It's what's the saying? Same old sorry ass motherfucking Rams.
No, that's what it is. Same old sorry ass Rams, Emilio. All right, forget about it, Ronbo. I'm talking with you later, Emilio. You have a good one.
All right, Mikey. Have a great night. All right. Hold on, but we got Donut standing by. Donut and Tanisha. Hey, Donut. You know what? Daddy Dennis does have one good point. What are we going to do about Aaron Donald? Hey, Donut.
Oh, man. What's going on, Ronbo?
I see you're still getting the delay of the Niner Mikey show.
Man.
Donut, I don't think he appreciates Rams fans.
And I got something to say on that. You ready, Ronbo?
Go ahead.
You ready, Ronbo? None of my, this for you, my man. This for you. I say, we going to go Jackson 5 style. Ronbo, dun, 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 Ronbo machine, oh Ronbo, you know you got the magic. Every time you on the air, Market Pro, you know your man's is scared. Oh, this Sunday you're gonna lose. Then what you gonna do? On the chat, you'll be non-existent. Cricket.
Donut. Boy, great stuff from Donut. Donut, he comes up with these things every time he gets on. I'm telling you, got talent. You got skills, man. You do that with a certain amount of ease that people would struggle with. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, man. I got the queen next to me, man. You know.
Yeah.
How you doing, Ronbo?
I'm doing all right.
How you doing?
I can't wait till Sunday so we can, because I got to tell you, Donut, Tanisha, I am concerned with how we're going to deal with the Rams' victory. I got that in the back of my head because then you know how they do when we was losing to the Hawks, the chat, every other person in there was a Hawk talking trash. Mm-hmm. And of course now we have plenty of Rams that like to hang out with us because we're the bullseye, we're the target, we're the standard, right? So every fan base that has a lay low, Raider fans have been, every team that has been underneath our thumb and been like we're the empire, and the slaves raise up when they get a chance and catch us laying down for a minute, right? And they come in. Yeah. And boy, they be dropping off the rhetoric. I see some stuff I want to stop doing the show. I want to get in the chat and go to work, but I can't do that. Fortunately, our people are really good at keeping on top of things. Because if this was Twitter or someplace like that, I'd be going buck wild. But guys, you're holding it down. Thank you.
Hey, to Marketing Pro, I got one question for you, man. I got one question for Marketing Pro. And I hope you're listening, man. I know you is because I see your chat over there on the right. You understand me? And what does the number 9 mean to you? Here's the riddle. What does the number 9 mean to you? It means that we have 9 draft picks total. And how many do you have?
I was wondering where you're going with that. Hey, but don't. Here's the thing. Even if they had draft picks, that's not that's not what they do anymore. If they get a draft pick, they figure out a way to trade it. The Rams are now they're trying to change the style of the NFL. What do we need with a draft pick? We're going to give that away and get ourselves a bona fide, legitimate star. Now, see, eventually, I'm looking forward to that breaking down because you can't always get rid of all your draft picks every year. I think McVay had 2 or 3 picks last year. There's going to be a year when they got not one pick. Now you ain't got no money either. See, that's the way that works.
They're trying to do like the Bartolo. They trying to do like the Bartolo, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to go off our handbook. They done seen that YouTube thing, you know what I'm saying, the Tell of the True City. And they done got us all messed up, you know what I'm saying?
But back that, they didn't have a salary cap, though. See, Eddie said, I'll just use the money. I can buy whatever I want. But if they put a dollar for tax on you, wait a minute.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting this whole weekend, and as far as this off season, I'm with a couple of callers, like my man Nana Mike and C Carver that come on here every now and then. I follow his page too, and
I'm excited because we got a lot of things that can't happen. We got some moves to make, but we'll make them.
Yep.
But as far as Trey Lance is concerned, we'll be okay. I just don't want people to stop talking about what if he gets injured. And we know
right?
that we know the story of the NFL.
Every quarterback
This man is 21 years old.
Yeah.
He's 21 years old. He's old enough to go buy him a drink. He's old enough to go to a club. He's old enough to sign his own damn checks.
Yeah.
He's old enough to buy his own car. He's old enough to buy his mama and daddy a house, even though they got a new one already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And he
So
can
let
come
this
home whatever
man-
time he likes. He ain't got to be told to come home at 11 o'clock.
This man need no permission slip. This man need no permission slip from nowhere. As long as you don't need bail money, he's fine with me. You know what I'm saying? Like Alvin
and he's
Kamara.
mature,
oh my
too.
God! You hear about that? Did you hear about the Alvin Kamara story?
I saw the headline. I didn't read it. I'm so bothered when I read that. And honestly, Donut, I'm tired of black athletes getting into these situations. Alvin, I didn't even read it. I just read the headline. I said, Alvin, what did you do? God, Jesus, man. You guys got the world by the string, and you do stupid-ass stuff. That's so strange. Okay, go ahead. What were you going to tell me about it, though? What do you do?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to really get into it. I'm gonna let everybody do their homework on this. You know what I'm saying? Because it will be on the NFL Network, and it will be on First Take and everything. Because it was on Undisputed with Shannon Sharp and your boy. You understand me?
Yeah.
But my take on it, I'm with you, Ronbo. These gentlemen make millions of dollars, and this man is a veteran. You know what I'm saying? He's been there before. You know what I'm saying? So to have players like that to do things, I just hope and pray. The only thing I hope and pray on two things with the Niners. Thank God that we have no super publicity when it comes to things like that. You know what I'm saying? We kept ourselves together. You know what I mean? And secondly, just do what we have to do, and Kyle just spread the offense out. Let's spread our receivers out a little bit more, not have so much bunch in, especially when they, load the box. Have an audible to where everybody spread out. You know what I'm saying? That's how you confuse the defense. And when we get the speedster, when we spread them out, send everybody on routes, but send the speedster on the way down because the safety's got to go with everybody else on route. He's going to be free. And let that ball fly, Trey.
Yeah.
Let it fly, baby.
Let it fly.
You do a couple. You can do some things there because Kyle's very into what he thinks is right. You bring a good point though about the team. We don't have any knuckleheads on this team. I give. I don't know. It might be Kyle and John. They do a good deal. They screen people, and it's not like we got nothing. We got plenty of brothers on the team, right? He doesn't get anybody coming in. And remember when everybody was asking, we need to get Antonio Brown. Remember a few years ago, we need to get Antonio Brown. Even then, I knew. People said, Ronbo, man, you been lying, man. I did not. I got an argument.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know about Antonio Brown, man. He's a good football player, but there's something really wrong with him.
Yes, even Tanisha was like,
trouble, don't do it, trouble.
Tanisha, as soon as I heard him throwing furniture over the balcony, and I went and Googled it to find out, and they showed the photos, and I said, wait a minute, nobody's lying, that's an ottoman.
Nope.
Going over the balcony. What kind of man throws that? You could have killed somebody doing that. What are you doing?
Man.
What the hell is wrong with you?
People need to think, before their actions, and make better choices. You know what I'm saying? And, a lot of people need to just understand that we do shape our own future. We shape our own destiny.
Yeah.
And one mistake can throw all that away. But the fact of the matter is that we do shape our own future and we control our own destiny. But one mistake can take all that away. So everybody just need to think about that for 2022.
Yeah.
I tell my kids every day, make good choices to avoid the bad consequences. And you're so right, Tanisha. But you know what?
There's so many things connected to that too. But we got to go, y'all. We had such a good time. We ran out of time.
Yes. Hey, man. Good time flies by. We appreciate you, Ronbo.
Thanks, man.
And we appreciate the faith. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you all day. Bang, bang, night again. Damn it. Bang, bang, night again.
So well. It was my pleasure.
Like the 70s. Stay positive like the 70s and stay faithful, y'all. Love you, Ronbo.
Love you, Ronbo. Thank you.
Love y'all back, and you know it. See, I'll be back tomorrow, possibly. See what's cooking in Ninerville. If not, I'll definitely see you on Friday. All right, fam. Y'all have a good
Hey,
night.
you got to make some fish sandwich for my man Frank tomorrow night.
That's
Then
Frank.
You make some fish sandwich
He's
for
fine.
tomorrow night.
I can smell it now. Hey.
And hot sauce and lemon wedges. Good night,
Yes.
Ronbo. Good
Some
night,
French fries.
Ronbo.
Good night, Ronbo.
Good night, y'all. And area code 916.
Hey, how you doing, Ronbo?
Yo, who's this? Doing all right.
Hey, this is Johnny from Sacramento.
Johnny from Sacramento. Hey, Johnny. Come on in, man.
I have a theory that I want you to think about.
All right.
You know the Rams made a movie, right?
Well, other than Hard Knocks, something else? Yeah, please enlighten me.
And you know they made a movie that's in the theaters, and they won the Super Bowl in the movie.
It was a science fiction movie, right?
No, it was based on a true story.
Well, it did. St. Louis.
So what do you think about that one?
I think it's a great.
And now,
yeah. Go ahead.
And now the Rams are on their way to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they are. And let's see how that movie ends, because they haven't played that one yet. So I'm looking forward to that. Should be interesting, actually.
They won. They won in the movie.
Yeah. You know, you can write a script to end the movie any way you want. So yeah, that makes sense. Especially if movie was made in Hollywood. Of course, the Rams had to win.
Yeah, I just think this game's gonna be fixed.
You know, but I tell you what, Johnny. Here's the thing. Maybe fixed for the Bengals. You know why? Because that talk about a Cinderella story. That would just set the NFL on fire. If the Rams, how they built that team is designed to win a Super Bowl, period. Anything less than that is a failure. Then you got the young Cincinnati Bengals that come in there and win. The NFL will have a new face for their golden boy. It's going to get fixed maybe, but not guaranteed for the Rams.
We'll see. I mean, I'm a diehard 49er fan, but it just kind of, I don't know. I just have a feeling, Ronbo. Could be. That we're all going to be disappointed.
And I don't say it's impossible. I don't want it. But, you're right. Somebody just brought up something about Aaron Donald. If the Titans took Burrow down 9 times, I am a little concerned about that. He may. We'll see. You know what? They gotta block Aaron Donald like the 49ers do. You got to take a page out of the 49ers book because we contain Aaron Donald even on bad days. He only got to Jimmy once at the end of the game. So, I don't know how many pressures, but there's a blueprint Belichick put out on how to stop Aaron Donald that I hope the Bengals have taken a look at.
I hope so. I mean, I want the Bengals to win. I'm definitely going to be watching the Super Bowl. I want them to win. Definitely want them to win.
Yeah.
It make me feel a lot better.
Yeah, and then we don't hear it from the brand new Rams fans, running around with those.
But that was just my theory.
Yeah.
That was just my theory for the evening.
Yeah.
Because I watched that movie and I put 2 and 2 together and it kind of just I got a bad feeling about the
Johnny,
game.
You're serious? I thought you were joking. Wait, okay, I'm gonna go search that. What is it called?
I forgot the name of it. I watched it last night. But go watch it. I'm serious. I'm not joking.
I'll just search Rams movie and see what I come up with. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna have your wheel. That's gonna have your wheel turning. That's definitely gonna have your wheel turning in your head.
Because especially if they still how you go about fixing games. Because I always think it's the referees.
Because look, because this is my thing. Because if they want to make more sales, what's better off to make more sales than let them win the Super Bowl? That's
an expensive stadium too, Johnny. That they need to.
I'm talking about movie sales.
Oh well, yeah, Oh, well, yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying now. The promotion was the movie, and for whoever doesn't watch it, they'll be watching it even in force after this game. Said, "Wow, the Rams! Everybody knew the Rams were going to win. They made a movie." Oh.
Yep. That means the Rams are in theory with the movie theaters.
It goes, and of course that connection goes right to the NFL brass, Roger Goodell and his fixers. You know,
and that's how they're able to pay for all those draft players.
I know. That's another story for another day. What is with the Rams being able to sign any and everybody and all they want? That's amazing.
I don't know. I don't know if they have a money tree. We need one. They have one.
Each player will be explained. I think Von Miller comes in off his old contract. Is that a Rams fan? Or is that a Hawks fan?
Yeah, I hear you. I was just backing up.
Oh, okay. I thought that was, and and the thing is, there's other teams I want to know. Somebody should yell foul, and have some of these teams that are loaded to the gills with very expensive players investigated. How is that possible? Anyway.
Yeah, they need some type of investigation because I don't know where they're getting that money from, but that's crazy. Well, I'm not going to keep you long, Ronbo. I'm a first-time caller.
All right,
I listen to you all the time.
All right. Well, don't take too long to get back. We'll be looking for you.
I really enjoy your show. And I like the fact that you give shout outs. So can I get a Niner shout out, please, before you exit the building?
I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
Maybe back tomorrow, depending on what happens, and otherwise be back Friday. So come on back. I'm looking for you.
All right, Ronbo. You have a wonderful night, all right?
Thanks, man. Night.
All right.
I didn't know about this movie. Did anybody else know about this movie? Emilio, did you know about this Rams movie?
Yes, that stupid Kurt Warner movie that came out.
Oh,
I know you heard about it.
They advertised that. That's right. I saw that.
That stupid Kurt Warner movie.
I didn't take it seriously. Then you're right.
I know what he was talking about. As soon as he said it, I was going to get up, but I didn't want to interrupt. I was like, no, it's that stupid Kurt Warner movie.
I saw that ad just recently.
Exactly.
Dude
don't even look like Kurt Warner. It makes it worse because dude don't even look nothing like Kurt Warner at all. I said, this is horrible. I said, damn.
And that they put it out right now. That's hilarious. That movie, just got released.
I think it came out a couple months back. Yeah.
But I mean, recent. It's kind of a recent release. It was during the season, right?
It's recent. It's recent. No, it's that stupid Kurt Warner movie. Like nobody cares.
Went from bagging groceries to Super Bowl fame and Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Super Bowl fame. And he played in, what did he play in? The European League or Canadian League, whatever Kurt Warner did.
Yeah, he's been around, and now he's got a gold jacket. You can't get him out the NFL booths. Because I don't watch the dailies anymore. And Mike was talking about that, whatever they had, a rally. The Rams had a rally, and they said,
I heard about it. They said they had a rally. They said they had a Bengals rally. They said a whole bunch of Bengal fans were there. But they said for that Rams rally, they said no Rams, barely any Rams fans showed up. I said, that's kind of sad. I said, damn. Okay.
I mean, see, I've been joking when I said most of the fans up in the stands are from the Hollywood Actors Guild, and maybe they didn't feel like paying them for that event. Because how many fans you gonna have? And they ain't been there for how many years?
There ain't that many Rams fans no more. That's what they're for. You know, they ain't been no Rams fans since what's the name? They've been no Rams for 20 years. As a matter of fact, because my wife at her job, there's a Rams fans there. But I guess he said he was pissed off because they left St. Louis. He was a big Rams fan from St. Louis. He's kind of mad.
He's mad because they left St. Louis? Ask her next time. Does he know that they used to be in L.A.?
No, he knows. But I'm just saying, for the whole time being, my wife was telling me that he's happy they're in the playoffs, the Super Bowl, whatever. He's like, no, he's just mad because they left St. Louis. He said he wanted to go to a game in St. Louis, but never had a chance to.
Because LA got divided up as soon as the Rams left between the Raiders and the 49ers and a handful of Charger fans. All right? That's why it's funny.
For me, from what I know there's Niner fans, Raider fans, and Cowboy fans in LA.
Oh, Cowboys.
Yeah, a lot of Rams fans died.
I forgot about them. Yeah.
But the Cowboys kind of, what's the name?
Cowboys.
Yeah, the Rams kind of died out with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that too.
I try not to pay any attention to them, but they do show up at the damnedest places. You could be sitting in a 49ers bar, and a damn cowboy walk in wearing his colors. You sort of stare at him for a minute, and then you start making jokes, because it's just weird. Dang cowboys.
It's rare when you see a Rams fans anyway. Those are really rare.
With a brand new jersey
one that
on.
is talking, I was like,
yeah,
that's the other thing. Like I said, I give it to Rudy and Mark Info. They've been Rams fans. Really, you literally can count on one hand how many Rams fans you really have down here.
Yeah, Rudy's got a lot of paraphernalia. It took him a while to collect all that. But some of the people running around there, the uniform's so shiny that it blinds you if you ain't got sunglasses on. Come on, man. He bought that jersey a few minutes ago.
It's like they're just trying to bring their fans in. Is what they're trying to do. They're trying to build up their fans base. I get it. It's fine. Hey, go ahead.
You can't get mad at it, but
At the end of the day, there's still more Niners fans than there is Rams fans anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So that's not going to change anything.
No, Raiders and 49ers, they own L.A. until L.A. can. But you know what? It's going to change now. If L.A. can stay in the picture, they'll eventually build up a fan base.
Besides them, if they win that Super Bowl, they still got to have a couple more winning seasons to even build up their fan base. So right now, it's just starting off.
What, are they 4 years old now? 5
and
years
even
old?
in the day, even if you give them like a couple more years, it's still going to take them a while. Like I said, Niners still outweigh them by a whole bunch anyway.
Yeah,
It ain't going to change overnight.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens this weekend before we start getting worried about them. Because man, I can't wait till this game. Man. So
I honestly don't even care for the Super Bowl. It seems like it's going to be a boring ass game anyway. I do, and I don't want to see it. It's just like, really?
I can see you now. Emilio's barbecuing and got the monitor over in the corner. Every now and then he checks in on to see what's going on, right? I think a lot of people will be doing that.
Do anyway. It's just two teams that basically you can say a bunch of nobody playing in the Super Bowl. Is what you're saying.
Hey, because Emilio had it been but you know what? Had it been the 49ers versus But if it been the 49ers versus Bengals, that would have been one of the biggest watch games for nostalgic reasons and that it is what it is.
Yeah, it would have they would have been playing the whole Super Bowl. They would have been doing a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
They were versus the Bengals. I guess that's what the NFL wanted. So.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be one of the lowest watched Super Bowls because I even heard a whole bunch of people that never even Niners fans. Talking about, I might not even watch this game. The most they talking about is the halftime show.
Hey, that's what's going to get watched. The halftime show's got the bad boys of hip hop in there. I've been telling you, that might be interesting.
The only thing a lot of people want to watch.
Yeah, I know.
Like I said, lately that's what I've been hearing people talking about is the halftime show. I'm only going to watch the halftime show.
Y'all ain't got no game. People come to see Snoop. Wait, hey, Emilio, you know what's going to piss me off, though? Snoop going to bust out on the stage with a Rams jacket on. Whoever's winning, Snoop's already got their colors. Boy, hey.
Snoop Dogg wears everybody's jersey.
I know, right? Remember when he was running around with a Hawks uniform on? Made me so mad.
He's horrible. He's quick to call somebody a bandwagon fan. He's everybody's jersey. He's quick to tell you, oh, I like players. Man, anybody likes players. Don't mean you got to buy their jersey. But that's his business.
Hey, Emilio, I'll be back, maybe back tomorrow, looking for you. All right?
All right. And once again, the Niner Mike, Same old sorry ass motherfucker. Ain't y'all win that Super Bowl. It's going to the damn shit. All right, have a good night, Rob.
You too, fam. Night, Mike. We're having more fun watching the Rams go to the Super Bowl than if we would have been in it ourselves, huh? Rams don't lose this game. It's all over. And some of you people are checking in here all the time. And I know good and well, Marketing Pro, you can definitely continue to make appearances. All right? Just don't let us have our shots. If you guys get your butt beat, don't all of a sudden become MIA. All right? We'll find you. I'm still looking for boy. Hey, Tony!
Same old Rams. Same old sorry-ass Rams. How are you, Rocco?
I'm doing all right. It takes about a week to get over a loss. I'm starting to get there now. I'm over it. But you know what keeps all that stuff alive though? When fans come at you, because the Hawks couldn't wait. The Hawks with that Super Bowl, I mean, I was livid, right? And I really couldn't wait till that game, and they won the first time. I was sick.
Y'all been trading shots with this ready to go character all night, back and forth.
Yeah,
Give them facts, throwing in a little comedy.
God, they're all over.
They're gonna get it coming to them. The Cincinnati got weapons, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
This one's gonna go for $160.
They really do, and they're resilient too. They don't seem Joe Burrow. I've never seen a quarterback get beat up like that and still get up and win. I'm trying to think of the last time a quarterback got dropped to the dirt 9 times and they still won the game in a playoff situation.
Not going to happen again. That's not going to happen. And I don't think Aaron Donald gonna get them. Von Miller may get a sack. Leonard Floyd's not going to do anything. Aaron Donald's not going to do anything. I'm going to tell you why. Ronbo, they've seen y'all's film of y'all's 2 regular season games, how y'all out-physical them. They saw the Baltimore game, how Baltimore out-physical them. They're going to run the ball down the Rams' throat and then use play action for those weapons.
And Mixon loves that. Yeah.
Mixon's going to have a big day. Watch what I tell you.
Because
Cincinnati is good run blocking offensive line.
Yeah.
The run blocking part of their game, they're very good at.
Well, Mixon's ready to go from the way he's talking.
Yep.
Yeah, he's ready. And T. Higgins, the unsung hero of that team, because everybody knows Jamar Chase is going to do the Jamar Chase on you. But Higgins is extremely dangerous.
Hey, Ronbo, do you realize Higgins was the first player drafted in the 2nd round? So you know what that means to me? That means he was a first-round talent.
Actually,
the first player chosen in the 2nd round 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's another first-round pick, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm. What was the Bengals draft order? It probably was pretty high anyway. So
yeah. They had the first player chosen. They chose the left tackle. The left tackle that they have now, Jonah Williams out of Alabama, who's starting now.
Yeah,
he was the first player chosen.
Well, you get a Bama product. If I could draft from Bama and LSU every year, those would be the only teams I'd be drafting from. They got good programs. And Tony, they just bring nothing but hardcore studs. And I think most kids in America, if you're a good football player, the first place you apply to is Alabama and LSU. And after that, wherever you can go, you go. But those 2 schools, they just raise draft picks. Didn't LSU, most of their team, get drafted this year? And Bama, that's all the time.
Yeah, it's some good talent that we were talking in our chat, in our AFN, Atlanta Falcons Network chat today about the possibilities. And, we're kind of excited because we got that extra 2nd rounder for Julio.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get a 2nd rounder for Calvin. If you guys are interested, it was y'all 2nd round pick. And you got one of the best route runners, speed guy.
He can run route. Yeah. And Kyle loves that.
Yep. And I'm hoping we trade down because Pittsburgh needs a quarterback, and Denver's supposed to be taking that Pickett guy out of Pittsburgh at pick number 9, where we're pick number 8.
So Pittsburgh, just give us a call. Give us your first rounder next year and your third rounder this year. We'll switch picks.
Tony's wheeling and dealing already. You know what's really funny, Tony? The people, the experts, as they refer to themselves as, they say that this is not a good quarterback class, and they don't see one quarterback worthy of a first-round pick to come into the NFL. But they've said that before. I'm trying to think of the last time they said that. Did a quarterback come out of that year's draft? Because they do this every other 2-3 years. Did any quarterback come out of that draft? Were they right? Were they accurate on that? Because, Tony, you see any quarterbacks this year that make you think he's going to do well in the NFL?
I see about 3. There's a quarterback I like, but they're not. I see them as backups, Ronbo.
Yeah.
There's a quarterback out of Western Kentucky that I want the Falcons to draft. His last name is Bailey Zapp out of Western Kentucky. He threw for 67 touchdown passes last year, breaking Joe Burrow's record at LSU.
Jesus Christ.
But as a backup, I would love to draft him and have him sit and learn behind Matt Ryan.
You see, this is why, Tony, I don't know enough about college football. What kind of conference is he working in? Is that feasible to think that that's something special?
Conference USA. It's
okay.
Conference USA. It's not the top-notch conference, but Ronbo, the scouts like him. He was at the Senior Bowl. He threw for 103 yards and an interception. He can make all the throws. He's got a big-time NFL arm.
Well, there you go.
As a backup.
And you may see him, you know. Well, Tony, good stuff as per usual. I may be back tomorrow, depending on how the headlines hit, because I've been trying to dodge most of the media because I don't want to hear it. Because after the Super Bowl, I can open up and look around. God, it's annoying. But anyway, you got time. Be back tomorrow or Friday.
Yes, sir. I'll be mixing it up in the chat with some of these knuckleheads. Good talking to you as always.
Thanks, Tony. Same here. Have a great night. And let's go to it's Ice and Nina. Ice Meta.
What up, man? Ice Man in the house, dog. What up?
Hey.
What you do, dog?
Oh, man, just sitting back here laughing.
Nina is sleeping.
Yeah, well, it's late. Yeah, I'm just looking at the Jimmy Garoppolo still showing his extreme gentleman-like qualities, and then you look at Sean McVay sitting there. Boy, I tell you what, I'm just delighted lighting up a cigar that they got rid of Mike McDaniels. Hey, Sean, you know what? You ain't out the woods. Good Lord. And and Anthony
Didn't I tell you that was going to happen the other night? Remember I said you the other night the coaching changes was coming?
Yeah.
Remember I said that?
Yeah, of course.
I told you, man, it's coming.
Well, that might not be through yet. I don't know who else they'd want to cherry pick, but you know.
We'll see. I got a few things to get off my chest. This is for my man Niner Mike. You know what the Rams are? The Rams is called what you call whipped cream atop of bullshit. No matter how you dress up, you still shit.
That's a good one, Ice.
Okay, that's
disgusting.
That's exactly the whipped cream atop of poo-poo. No matter how you dress it up, they still poo-poo.
God. So yeah.
Number 2, isn't it? Let me ask you a question. Check this out, dog. I really paid attention to it yesterday. You notice that this is the second Super Bowl in a row a home team is hosting the Super Bowl and playing in it.
It better not happen next year. If the Raiders are in it next year, I smell a rat too, you know?
No, it's in Arizona next year.
It's in Arizona? I thought the Raiders got it next.
If Arizona did, I know it's you might be right, but I know it's between Arizona and Las Vegas.
Yeah,
I think I think it was Arizona. Then the Raiders got it.
You know, you got to be right because Arizona's it's a little bit older, but it's not. It's one of the newer facilities. It's a little bit older than Vegas, right? A couple of years or so. When did Arizona put that system in? I can't remember.
They might be 3 years old, maybe.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
So it would be their turn first. Yeah. Every new stadium.
Right. Doesn't that strike you kind of odd?
Hey.
I look at that. That kind of threw me for a loop.
Wait a minute, Ice. You just uncovered another truth. Why is it at SoFi? It should be the Rams Stadium. I mean, the Cardinal Stadium is older than the Rams Stadium.
Yeah, they should have went. They should have been there first.
And then
SoFi could have came.
And then SoFi.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying.
No, it's a good point. What made him do that?
I kind of threw that. That kind of like, that's just, like you said, if it happens again next year, then we got to start questioning this fucking NFL shit, you know?
There's so many questions, Ice. There's so many questions. That's just one more. That's just one more.
You know what? And on the Super Bowl note, I don't care who wins. My only concern is my team. Okay? If they win, whoop-de-doo, or whatever, you blow your whistle, toot your horn, whatever, then you're one and done. Because after that, you got nothing.
See, Ice, you got a cool. You got a cool. See, because I get like Raider fans, Hawks fans, Rams fans. I wasn't paying no attention to them until now, but they're starting to get on my nerves. I usually can.
Don't pay no attention, Ronbo. They just part of the circus.
I know.
That so-called Ram movie. That so-called Ram movie is probably done by Disney.
I didn't even. Yeah. I saw this. I seen the post advertising. I didn't pay much attention.
Like I said, I don't pay any attention either. It's probably a Disney movie. What it'll make you feel good. So, anyway.
I'll bet you Disney did have something to do with that movie. It's in L.A.
Yeah,
it's about L.A.
Man. It's L.A., man.
Well, actually, it's about.
It's
about
back
Kurt
up my
Warner.
boy Trey Lance. I'm saying Kurt Warner. Anyway, like I said, they was one and done. When they won the Super Bowl, they went to the second and they lost. They got their ass beat by the Patriots. Okay. Rams gonna be one and done. If they win the Super Bowl, what are they gonna do next year? They're not set. The difference with us is this: we got so much young talent from Debo, Kittle, a running back. We got a new quarterback. We got young players. We're gonna be good for the next 5-6 years. So I put that up against anything the Rams do this one season. I'll take this. I'll eat that loss, and we'll be in the playoffs every year for the next 5-6 years straight, and we'll probably pull 3 straight Super Bowls compared to they won. So I'll take that dynasty over that 1 year.
Here's the thing. Now, Rudy, you can get in the chat and back me up. I mean, not back me up, but you can confirm this. But according to Rams, they have plenty of money, and they can re-sign all their mercenaries, including OBJ, Von Miller. I see this, but I don't. Where's the math? I don't understand.
Marketing Pro don't know what he's talking about. I looked at their cap salary. They're in deep cap salary debt for the next 2 seasons. So what he's talking about is the debt issue. You can look that up on yourself and read it. Their cap, because they got the quarterback. His contract is going to be the 20s. They got Aaron Donald, who's got a high contract. They got
if they resign,
Ramsey got a high contract. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Then they got Jalen Ramsey on like a big contract. And they haven't even paid Cooper Kupp yet.
And
they haven't even paid Cooper Kupp yet.
And you got OBJ running around out there as well. Okay,
and he gonna want his money next year. You know, OBJ. One thing about OBJ, he won his chips.
That's right.
So he gonna get. They're gonna have to drop at least $20 million in his pocket.
It ain't no love. Yeah. See.
OBJ, if he wins, he'll take his ring and go home. But anyway, enough of those fools.
Thanks, y'all.
This is a 49er show. This ain't no damn Ram show. This is a 49er show. Screw them. This is a 49er show, Ronbo. Trey Lance, you got to remember this. Not a faithful. One thing about Trey Lance, you got to remember. And this is why he's going to be such a dangerous guy for the next few years.
Quickly, because we're out of time, Ice.
Quickly. When he runs the scramble, he's not running the scramble to get – he's looking to get more yards on his feet, too. But his first option, he's looking to throw the ball downfield. He's scrambling to throw the ball deep. Remember my words for next season comes.
There you go.
And buy time and throw the ball deep.
There you go.
So you're going to look at a totally different – and we're going to be – I'm going to tell you something. We're going to be so dangerous next year, the Rams going to be shitting cupcakes.
Is it because Kyle is not happy with having McVay go through him? All right, let me see you tomorrow, fam, and Nina. We'll try to get it earlier so she'll still be awake.
Man, everybody, man, and faithful, man. This is a 49ers show. We ain't here to talk about the Rams. We here to talk about our mob and our future. Screw them. Let them go to their little circus to the Disney World. And Kurt wanted his Disney thing packing back. And you also could pack the Rams in the back right along with his ass. I'm out. One love. Love your rivals. Support my man. Twitter, Yahoo, the whole damn thing. YouTube, Instagram. Y'all better go to this page or we got problems. I'm out. Love you, dog.
Love you back, fam. Have a good night, Ice. Give my best to Lila. All right. And Victor A says, do you think if we miss the playoffs next year with Trey Lance basically having the same team, will he receive as much hatred as Jimmy? No, he's going to be allowed. He gets a grace period. You can't hate a rookie. And he'll be still a rookie next year. He's not, he does have basically the same team, but how many offensive players do we have to be signed? Offensive linemen. I guess the defense this year is what we're concerned about as far as being able to re-sign, aren't we? Pretty much the offensive players are all taken care of. Debo's going to get taken care of immediately. So we'll see. Hey, yo, Ellis. Ellis and the squad.
Ron Bizzle.
Ellis, what's up?
Ron Bizzle.
Yeah, you know what's in here.
Chilling. How you feeling? Fabi?
I'm great, fabulous. I'll be better Sunday. If Monday, and I know I said we need to stop dwelling on them people in L.A. I still need for them. I don't need them walking around winning and talking. See, because we have the maturity, Ellis, as a winning franchise, been there, done that. We don't need to chest pound after these kind of wins because it's all part of what we do. But then to have to listen to somebody who has never won in Los Angeles real estate championship is going to be hard to ignore. But I'm going to try.
Who scores 3 points? Scores 3 points in the Super Bowl. Yeah, go ahead. Keep going. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
No,
that just came out of me. I don't know what came over me. Go ahead.
The truth. I can't let them have their moment. I know I'm going to try, but I can't stand it. To let them know that we're going to be vulnerable to that is a mistake on my part, too. Rams, I'm not, you know what? I'm going to find a way to not be concerned. But Ellis, I'm talking about the love between, that bromance between Trey and Jimmy, and how's that going to benefit him? And also you're looking at McVay. See, the Rams are stealing my mouth. McVay went around saying, boy, I tell you what, I'm delighted that Mike McDaniels is on his way to Miami. That's what sets me on fire. And Anthony Lynn, what do you think the difference is going to look like with our run game? Anywhere you want to jump, go ahead.
I hear Trey. Trey's a bit more. Trey goes into a little bit more depth about his relationship and how he feels about Jimmy, he seems to be a lot, more genuine and stuff. With it, he's young and he just seems really eager and appreciative of the, of just the presence and stuff like that, regardless of what's going on. You know what I mean? And so I just, for some reason though, I feel like I know Jimmy has good intentions and isn't like he doesn't have any like malice towards the kid, but Jimmy doesn't go into depth as much. I noticed that.
That's
I noticed
true.
that when they were asking him about what Trey was saying, about them being best friends and stuff like that, best friend for life or whatever and stuff like that. And that was really cool with a young kid. You know what I mean? But it's like when they asked Jimmy about it, Jimmy's like, he kind of he didn't agree to that or show the same sentiments. You know what I mean? Not saying that he doesn't have good feelings about Trey, but there could have been some little bit of I don't know, animosity, jealousy, and
Ellis, the thing is, though, he should take him under his wing the whole year. And for Trey to feel that way, Jimmy had to be super cool, though. I don't know if I could fake that, Maybe he's just not as verbal as he could be, Jimmy, that is. But I think he genuinely became friends with Trey because he's been there himself, right? Him and Tom.
Yeah. Well, that was just something that I noticed. I'm not saying that Jimmy has bad intentions. That's why I said,
no, I know.
Maybe it's just he didn't, but he didn't share the same sentiments as Trey did. I'm not saying he had to speak verbatim how Trey did, but it just seemed like Trey is a little more invested in that, relationship, and that connection with Jimmy and vice versa. Yeah. But as far as Mike McDaniels, and stuff like that being gone and McVay being happy, I mean, I think I'm just hoping that, Anthony Lynn comes through and he brings in some of that. Yeah, he brings in some of that energy he had when he was with the Chargers, and utilizes some of his, successful tactics that he had in prior years, and that Kyle was also involving himself and trying to maybe utilize some of what he did in having Mike McDaniels there, jotting down some of those plays. If you remember that game, Ronbo, where we started switching up and having, we had George Kittle lined up at fullback, and when we were switching up all of our guys, all of our offensive weapons in the backfield and throwing off, I can't remember what team we played. I don't know if that was the Bengals or who that was that we played, but a lot of that stuff I wanted to see more of, and I was kind of disappointed that we didn't see that. And I'm wondering if that was, some Mike McDaniel sauce, that leaked out, heavily in that game. If they're like, you know what, we're just going to totally throw them off. We're going to switch all of our guys around. We're going to put, him here, him there, do something we've never done. Because I've never seen them do that. When they had George and they had, Juwan, and lined up at fullback or however it was. But they were doing a lot of different sets.
A lot of creativity involved in that design. Yeah.
We need to do those kind of things more often. So I'm just hoping that, we go away from the more predictable stuff and start doing some of that like Kyle and Mike McDaniel did. And I just hope that Kyle just doesn't solely leave it to Mike and Anthony together. For Anthony Lynn just to solely take the reins only and Kyle have no input on it and then just leave it up on him. So if it's like if he's playing shitty, then it's like, oh well, that's Anthony Lynn. You know what I mean? I want Kyle to take some more responsibility and be more involved if he can.
But Ellis,
go ahead.
If you do that though, then you got to make Anthony Lynn the play caller because Kyle's not going to know anything about what they're doing though. That's the only problem. If that's okay.
Well, I'm just saying them working together more cohesively instead of just putting it all on Lynn and expecting everything to just flow. You know what I mean? Because if we're doing something completely different, that can also throw off our guys.
Right, yeah, they're gonna have
to. If it's totally different, like if we're running a totally different offense, totally different everything, then the guys have to get acclimated to that, and that can take time. That could take a season.
I'm not looking forward to that. That collaboration is going to take a minute. But Ellis, we got to go. Maybe back tomorrow, depending on what goes on around the Santa Clara area. But otherwise, for sure, see you Friday.
Come on back tomorrow, brother Ronbo. Yeah, all that.
Thanks.
Shout out to Mike, man, for going wild on
Did he?
On marketing slow. I'm glad he coined the marketing slow. I know I've been calling him that. Shout out to you, Mike. I love it.
Burn him up.
I wish we could remix it some more. Yeah, peace and love to all of the Niners, man. Love all y'all, man. Hit the like and subscribe. Thank you, brother Ronbo, and production as always.
Thank
you. Yeah, man. Let's
give my best to Maya, Zamari, Joshua, and Ejani. We'll see y'all.
Yeah, they're at the house. I was gonna wait so that they could say something to you, but hopefully you'll be back tomorrow and they'll be
all right. Y'all
be
okay.
at home. I'm just
y'all be together. All right.
Okay, family. Peace and love.
Talk to you later. There he goes.
All right.
Hey, night, Ellis. Hey, yo, Bill.
Hello, Ronbo.
Yeah. Oh, there we are, Bill.
I was telling you about that movie a while back with Kurt Warner. It's called American Underdog.
Yeah, of course. Fitting name. So people can feel like, the Rams. Well, we really should pull for the Rams. Look that's Kurt Warner's team.
But, however, it should be the Bengals. I wish I had a way to send you a picture because Shania found a picture that I got. I had a friend. I sent both pictures, and it's really fitting, but it's not appropriate to talk about here on your show. But I'll leave you a little sausage. They got a sausage on their helmet. I'll put it that way. So every time they put the helmet on, they got. I would send you the picture if I could. She found it, and I'm looking at it, and I sent it to my friend. I said, "Can you split this up, and can you actually take that sausage and put it in with the original Rams helmet and see if it actually fits, or if this is actually photoshopped?" And he's like, "No, just take the lines and everything out. It actually fits. It's a hot doggy. They got a hot doggy on the helmet and one of their emblems." Yeah. So that basically, I'm trying to be as appropriate as I could. Yeah. In other words, a wiener. So therefore, it's not appropriate for showing. And I don't know who developed that design, but that is disgusting.
Yeah.
They should not let the Rams win. And on top of that, it's fitting for Southern Joe, because you don't get the name Joe Cool. The name Joe Cool goes to Montana. I'm sorry. You'll never get that name. So I'm going to call you Southern Joe because you were from Louisiana. So what fitting for Southern Joe to win a Super Bowl, that would be the American underdog story. Southern Joe with the Bengals winning the Super Bowl
Bill,
against the Rams.
get a good country Southern name. He can go Bubba Joe, you know.
I'm gonna call him Southern Cajun. We're gonna call him Cajun Joe. How about that? Cajun Joe.
Yeah, especially from Louisiana, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Cajun Joe gets to cook up some gumbo on the Rams and beat them. And don't go hiding because y'all didn't belong in the Super Bowl anyways. You got 4 extra seconds to throw. Baloney. I don't want to hear about that. But congratulations, whatever. All right. Now, let's get to the next topic about Aaron Rodgers. He's not going to Tennessee. There's no way it could be Tennessee. If he goes to an AFC team, then that scraps the whole rumors of All-State Farm Bowl. That doesn't ever happen. So that will destroy it. So therefore, with the rumors of what I'm hearing, we all know Tom Brady retired, but he would come out of retirement to play for San Francisco.
Yeah, Brady says that's not. He didn't put that in concrete. He'll come out if the right situation is there. So
the right situation, meaning the Niners with the team we got. That's the only way he would come is if our team calls him up and says, "Hey, you know, we got to trade with Tampa. We got to give up draft picks to Tampa to get him." That's the thing. So or we get the free agent Aaron Rodgers. I know you want Trey to do it all. I mean, it's exciting, but you know the kid's got to develop a little bit. I mean, he'll win us a good amount of games, but I want a Super Bowl next year, Ronbo. I want us to hold the Lombardi Trophy. That's what I want to see happen. And if that means we got to let him set for one more year behind Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady to get that ring, so we don't put pressure on him, that's fine. Because I know how ruthless some of the fan base can be. If he don't go out, he don't win a Super Bowl. Let's can him. Let's get rid of him. No, he's a rookie. What do you really expect? He didn't get a lot of playing time. I don't expect, if Trey Lance starts next year, I don't expect a Super Bowl. That's fact.
You know, though, I don't, even if somebody said to Tom Brady, listen, you don't need to retire. Why don't you, let's get you suited up over here in San Francisco. You want to do that. You know, I got to tell you, Bill, I don't think Tom Brady and Kyle Shanahan can actually be on the same team. You know, Kyle likes to run the show. He wants you to do things his way. And then, you know, Tom is not about to listen. Isn't Kyle younger than Tom? I mean, you know, the thing is, I can't imagine that. I think that's why we didn't get him in the first place. Everybody thinks otherwise.
Wants to keep his job, if Kyle Shanahan wants to keep his job, he would have to learn from the GOAT. He would be smart to let the GOAT give him some pointers. Okay, yeah. I'm going to do this and this. Okay, where do you think this and this would happen? Because I'm going to tell you something. Kyle's just about to be on the hot seat. He don't pull us a Super Bowl ring. He's just about to be on the hot seat.
I think he's got a little more time, though, Bill, because, you know, the last 2 out of 3 years, he's been right there knocking at the door, but he didn't get in or didn't get the win yet. But, you know.
How many times did we have? Let me give you a little pointer. How many times did Harbaugh have? NFC Championship, NFC Championship, NFC Championship, and a Super Bowl.
Remember Harbaugh pissed Jed off by disrespecting him and treating him like a child. I think Harbaugh, because otherwise I don't think that what's his name would have been able to talk Jed. I don't think he would. What's his name? The guy. What's up, Jesus Christ? I forgot his name all of a sudden. I don't think he would have been able to talk Jed into firing. Balky, yeah. I don't think he would have been able to talk Jed into getting rid of Harbaugh, because that was the stupidest firing of all time. But Jed was an idiot.
Right.
He didn't know what he was doing. Anyway,
right.
We'll see.
He still don't. And on top of that, you know, if I was Kyle, I would lower my cockiness and try to bring in somebody that's been in the league for a while that can get you winning. Because even though I think Tom Brady still has a lot left in the tank to win. So we got the defense. We'll have the offense.
Yeah.
We'll patch up some of the holes we got. And if we had a guy like Tom Brady behind quarterback,
it would make a difference, wouldn't it? But, Bill, we got to go. I'm going to give my best to Shania. We got to go. I may be back tomorrow. For sure I'll be back Friday, though.
I want a 40-letter shout-out. You going to be on Friday, you said?
For sure Friday. Tomorrow is a possibility, but for sure Friday. All right? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Big Bill! You and I have a great night. All right?
All right, man. You take it easy.
You too. Let's see what we got here next. Anderson. Area code is 661. Hello.
I'm right here. What's up?
Yeah. What is your name?
What up, Ronbo? This is Matt.
Matt.
This is Tui from 661. Yep. You already know. I'm like,
Matt, I do now. Matt, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Ronbo. So I've been waiting here like an hour to get on, but I'm like a fucking hour and a half north of LA, dude, and I'm so sick and tired of these Rams fans, bro. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Oh, God.
I can't.
You got to do like Ice was talking about. Pay them no mind because they get energy from your rage. I'm going to try to see if I can do that. You know, I just can't handle when I read things. You know how you read something that just sets you on fire? I've become better than I used to be 2 years ago. I used to be like ready to go on every social media thing. You'd catch me there going nuts, and that really is silly, you know, because the person's only getting off because you get mad.
Right? You know what I mean, Rob? I've been rocking with you for years, bro, so I already know how it is, and you know how tough it is. When we get we get a win, I'm on there every day. I'm on YouTube. I'm on everything, just like, Niners, let's. Hey, by the way, can I get one? Can I get one time?
What?
Let's do it.
What you want to holler?
Let me get that shout out.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Yes.
People don't understand how much I enjoy doing.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel after a win, right? That's how I feel after a win. So that's how I feel. Man, we lose. Then we lose. Now I don't want to talk about nothing. I want nothing. I
haven't watched any of the daily shows. I've not watched NFL Network. I've been staying away from Skip and Shannon, Stephen A. Smith. You know what, though? It may be fun to watch Stephen A. Smith because I don't know who he's rooting for, but I'll bet you that Stephen A. is probably rooting against the Rams. He may be entertaining.
Hey, good for him. Good for him.
Because that's what he does.
Steve A's my homie today. You know what I mean?
I might not be accurate, but you know how he does. Stephen A. will sit there and everybody talk about, this is why the Rams are going to win, Stephen A. Blah, 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 blah. Stephen A. will sit there. All right. Now, let me explain something to you. All right. The reason why the Rams is in the Super Bowl is because they got a bunch of fake players on that team. Am I right? Well, most of them guys don't have no feelings invested in that team. You can't win no football game unless you're passionate about your team, your city, and other things like that. They're going to get paid good money. But as far as going in there and beating a team like Joe Burrow and them kids that grow up together, they ain't got a chance. All right, I've been watching Stephen A. Smith so long, I know how that clown thinks. I got to go turn him on tonight and wonder if I'm right.
And Shannon's across the table like, I don't know if you know this, Skip, but this Rams team, sorry, Niners, we're out, my bad. But this Rams team, they tough. They come in there, they're hard knocks, man, they tough. I'm like, nah, adjust your glasses a little bit. Let's get real. Niners are the shit. We're going to miss Jimmy G. It's all good. My family's a bunch of Steelers fans. I can almost put money on it right now. Jimmy's going to Pittsburgh, and they're going to act like Jimmy was, like the new savior, just like we did. It's all right. It's Trey Day. It's Trey Day all day. I'm from Cali, so I can say it. Bang, bang, let's go.
Matt,
bang, bang, let's go.
I feel bad for you, though, Matt, because you got Steeler family. That means they have superiority. You can't really raise your voice in that house. You know what I'm saying? Or around your family, because they got to 6 before we did. And the Cowboys and everybody below them, and actually, we can't even say anything to the Patriots anymore, can we? How many they got?
No, we can't say anything to nobody, but my family always, it's Sixburg around there. Sixburg.
You know what I'm saying? Because the Cowboys, we can argue with them all day long. Everybody else, like the Hawks, come running up in your face like they did, calling us rivals. That's how y'all gonna be rivals? Y'all got one championship. And then, and everybody else, and the Rams, they don't have a leg to stand on. The championship they got was not on Los Angeles real estate, right? So, but in Steelers, I got to respect them. I kind of respected them all the time anyway. They've got some really badass dudes in their history. So,
Yeah, no, 1,000%. But this is where I'm from. I'm like, all right, NFC, AFC. So it's okay to root for Pittsburgh. It's all right.
Yeah, actually.
I was
Raiders,
really hoping that I was really hoping I could yell back at my family and be like, San Francisco, but we can't do that. We gotta wait. We gotta wait another year for that.
I know.
So, anyways, let me get a hi Niners. Let's go. Love you, Ronbo.
Oh, man, appreciate you. Love you back, fam. You ready for the holler? Hey, I'll see you tomorrow. You got time? Maybe back tomorrow. Definitely be back by Friday. Niners!
Yeah, no, for sure.
Have a great night, fam.
Let's go.
Oh, God. Anyway, T-Flow and Allie.
Hey, what up, Ronbo?
Hi, Allie. Hey, T-Flow. T-Flow, I keep saying, I don't want to say, I'm trying not to talk about the Rams too much, but, I do want to hear your opinion on Sean McVay. Kick it back, big smile on his face. Yeah? McDaniel's leaving? Where's he going? He's going to Miami? That's great news. The dude thinks that he got blessed because we're not going to have McDaniels anymore. I guess nobody told him about Anthony Lynn. But he's not afraid of Anthony Lynn, I guess, And then, of course, the handoff between Jimmy and Trey, of course, that seems to be going well. We just got to have him get that trade deal going. And also, does our fullback, does Juice have to be concerned with Anthony Lynn losing him? Because, Juice and Mike McDaniels were close buddies, right? So, Juice was going to he should have got more plays than he did. I think you talked about that during the season as well. But I don't know if Anthony Lynn's going to use a fullback the same way. But anyway, what are you thinking about these things? And anything else you want to add?
I'm just laughing at Mike McDaniels saying, hopefully you know what you're doing because one, you really haven't. Well, we haven't really heard if you're a good people person because the first year with what's his name with Brandon Ayuk, he said, man, when he first saw him, he thought he was weird.
Wait, Brandon Ayuk. Oh, he said that about Mike. That's true. I remember that interview. Mike
so basically,
he is weird though. I mean, his behavior.
and now, because when he does the press conference, right? It looks like he doesn't really know how to speak to in public. That's what it seems like to me. Like he has like a little fear or something.
But Tifo, he's like a really genius type of dude. They could be a little nerdy and awkward in them kind of situations. You sit that dude down and read what he's or watch what he's doing. You think, damn, how do you come up with that?
And you know what? And you know what too? We got to see how he knows how to talk to people because you're an athlete. I'm an athlete, and if a nerd really tells me how to do my job, I'm like, man, show me. Don't tell me.
I've never dealt with that situation. I've always dealt with football guys, football coaches. You could tell he's a football beer drinking dude who knows the game, right? I'm trying to think. I never had a nerd coach.
I had a nerd coach. I also played baseball, so I'm like, man, dude, don't tell me what to do. I know how to play this game, man. Show me what I'm doing wrong. And if you can't show me, you can't do it. I ain't listening to you. So basically, hopefully he has that. Hopefully he knows how to lead a group of men because the way he does, he seems kind of quirky, like he's dealing with some grown ass men. So
You know, Tifo, you got a good point because you know, because I only played Babe Ruth baseball, but the coaches were like, they're like your dad. So, you know, you didn't have to. But if you went to Connie Mack or Legion or anything like that, now you're old enough and smart enough to know the game. If the coach comes at you wrong or like he doesn't know what he's talking about, I could see where that could be a problem. How far did you go in baseball?
College.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, you need to have your coach had to know what he's talking about or else,
Yeah, I played travel balls all my whole life. So, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. But as far as Jimmy handing them off, you know, like hopefully he's probably the way you said it earlier, right? About the Tom Brady. Kyle Shanahan likes to be the light.
Fully
he
in
wants
charge.
the fame of quarterback.
Yeah.
Right. He wants to be the face of it, and basically, just like how Bill Belichick said, you know, like, hey, I wouldn't have done that with Jimmy.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know. So therefore, it's like, does Kyle really know how? Like I told you earlier, does he really know how to develop a quarterback? Does he? Because he had the guy from Atlanta, Matt Ryan, but he was already good. He already got Pro Bowlers. He just made him a little bit better. But he was always good.
Yeah.
So basically,
and McVay,
I don't know.
McVay sort of shaped the program around him, kind of. I think. I mean, he had to come in to learn McVay's system, but I mean, you know. But you look at that, and you look at LaFleur, same way as Kyle. You know, because him and Aaron Rodgers had a problem that first year.
Oh yeah. So basically, us getting like a Tom Brady is actually like, I feel you. Like, if we get Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, do you think they can really coexist with the big ego of Kyle Shanahan? Will he literally like tone it down and be like, you know what, you take all the limelight, and I'll just be the head coach? Yeah, will we ever see that? Who knows? Who knows?
Well,
because as of right now, we all know
he'd have to have.
Yeah, because we all know Kyle has a big old attitude, like an ego the size of bigger than a blimp.
I know. I wonder if Kyle had a quarterback for 5 or 6 years. I don't know. Jimmy only played. He didn't play enough years. You know, he played 2 out of 5. So Kyle never trusted him all the way to just do whatever he wanted to do. If Kyle ever has a quarterback in his system for over 5 years straight, Trey's got a chance to have that happen, right? If Trey is like 5 years into the system, would he be allowed to do his own thinking out there and go for it? I wonder.
His own plays, call his own audibles, everything. You know, and as of right now, the way Kyle Shanahan is, you know, because we said it during the season, Kyle Shanahan likes to set up plays, even though if it ain't going to do nothing, because it's like a chess. This play's going to set up 4 plays later.
Mm-hmm.
So basically,
exactly. And that's why when you go out there running out there thinking you're going to be able to do anything you want to, no, because I have something planned. Just do like I tell you. You know? So.
Yeah, because we all know coming out of the draft, Trey Lance was very, very football savvy. Like, he was very smart about the football. He caught on to things really quick. And over there in North Dakota where he was at, they run a pro-style offense, you know, with the long play calls and all that. He knew it his first year. The head coach gave him so much, like, he was so comfortable. He gave him audibles where you know, he was calling the blocking schemes for different audibles. He was doing all that as a freshman year. So we all know, and earlier during training camp, we all Shanahan said it, other players said it. Oh, he already knew the playbook already. He logged in the most hours in their little iPad that they have studying the playbook. Like, Trey Lance is ready, but the thing is, does Kyle Shanahan know how to use a quarterback the right way, like the way the guy from Buffalo is? So
yeah,
this year is all on. This year's gonna be on. Is gonna be on Shanahan, not Trey Lance.
Oh,
he's a rookie.
Yeah, he's gonna have.
Technically, he's a rookie.
Yeah,
he hasn't played in 2 years.
Yeah.
So
Trey's
it's all on Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, he'll learn.
Everything that we do is going to be on Kyle Shanahan. And for the first time You know, I want him to outshine the defensive coordinators because so far, almost every year since we got in, the defense has been carrying this team. And this is the offensive league.
But you know what? I still want that. Make it close there because I still want a tough defense because I love when teams can't get past our defense.
Oh, same thing with me. Like defense, you got to have good defense. But if you look at every year who's in the Super Bowl, a good offense with a decent or a good defense.
Mm-hmm.
But the offense is normally there.
And last year it was a dominating. When Tom won, that was a pretty much dominating defense. Tom only did a little bit of work out there, but that defense had Mahomes. They just beat him up. But Tifa, we gotta go, fam. Yeah, Chiefs, Chiefs got wasted again this year. I don't know what's going on with them. Let's see what happens to them next year because Kansas City Chiefs are a mini dynasty in the making. Whoa! Wait a minute now. They've been in 2 Super Bowls. They got their ass handed to them in one. They won another one, okay? And now they're getting knocked out of the playoffs by who? Joe Burrow? Uh-oh. I love it. It's such a storyline. That's why I want to whoop the Rams, too. Derek, let me stop because we're out of time, fam. You and Allie have a great night. I'll be back tomorrow.
Ronbo, let's get a little Niner shout-out, Ronbo.
You got it. Niners! You know, it kind of sounds like a car horn gets stuck.
I love it.
Thanks, Allie. Y'all have a great night.
All right, Ronbo, have a good night.
You too, T-Flow. Hey, let's see if Casey's awake yet. He may have taken too many of those over-the-counter drugs and knocked himself completely out. Case.
Hey, Ronbo, what's up, man? Did you already try and tap in with me, Ronbo?
Twice.
Oh, man, okay. Well, you know what happened?
What happened?
I got to the gym, and then your show started, and I thought to myself,
you working out? All right.
He's probably gonna make me wait a while. So I went and I got my laps in. I did some swimming, and
really?
And I even hit the jacuzzi, and I took a shower after. And I thought I hadn't missed a beat, and I thought it was only 2 hours and 42 minutes that you had me on hold without trying to see what's up. But apparently you tapped in twice.
No, we tried to find
there. So my apologies, Ronbo.
Well, Casey, you know, the subject matter today is, of course, the Jimmy G handoff to Jimmy G is like really, they're fans of each other, Jimmy and Trey. It's pretty funny to watch, but he's got nothing but good things.
What
endorses. Well, Jimmy G's endorsing Trey. He says he thinks that Trey's going to do well in San Francisco. And also, it was funny tonight that I ran across Sean McVay is jubilant about McDaniels. I think Sean probably called the Dolphins, said, listen, who's this? Sean McVay, I'm sorry. Sean, what's on your mind? Yeah, I just want to tell you guys that I can tell you firsthand, since I'm over here in Los Angeles, Mike McDaniels is a damn good coach. I mean, we've dealt with him for years now, and I can tell you right now, it's been rough. So
Ronbo,
go ahead.
I see Sean McVay and Russell Wilson getting along very well. You know, they're both just happy to be there.
Yeah.
And great. You know, I'm happy for them.
Russell Wilson too. Well, Russell Wilson not so much, but Pete Carroll maybe. If he's going to be there next year.
I hope McVay gets his ass kicked. I hope Joe Burrow. I hope Joe Burrow does his thing, man. I think that guy's a stone cold killer Ronbo. I like Joe Burrow.
It's going to be a good game. I only worry about the Bengals because, like the 49ers, the 49ers went in there. It's a deer in the headlights kind of feeling, right? That huge stage and the stakes involved.
That's what I think. I think Stafford's more likely to hit that.
You think so?
Yeah, I think Joe Burrow is here for.
He is a different breed, though, isn't he?
Have a 15-year career.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's very interesting.
I think he's on the way to the Hall of Fame, man. That guy, it's basically his rookie season this year, and he's in the Super Bowl.
Kind of, because he lost his leg. He got hurt in his first year. That's right.
Yeah, he got torn up in his first year, and then he got torn up all season. And that's why I think, the Bengals, they went to Arrowhead. What have the Rams done, really?
I know.
I don't know. I mean, I guess
if
they
we
beat
wouldn't
the
have been
49ers,
crippled,
they beat the mighty 49ers.
Well, yeah, but I still say if we wouldn't have been hurt, they still wouldn't have got away. But you know what?
All it took was an OBJ and a Von Miller and trading away Jared Goff in the next 5 years for Matthew Stafford or whatever. So,
and then, but
congratulations,
you gotta pay
all you
those
guys got to do is score 4 points, and you'll be a little bit better than last time. You guys made it this year. Ronbo, it's amazing how many Rams fans have just popped up out of the cave.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like the Hawks.
Oh, I didn't know you were a Rams fan.
Yeah, you know. Remember the Raiders were doing well, right? Looked like they were on the way to the playoffs, and we had to keep company with them all the damn time, too. All of a sudden, we're like, the house is full of Raiders. You don't see Raiders anymore. And we had a cameo appearance by Raider Carlos the other day, I think. You know?
Yeah. Well, Ronbo, they don't have their Ronbo Sports. You know, we got the Seahawks fans, and they got their
bother us.
You know,
if they come over and
what would
and,
you guys
and
be doing if Ronbo wasn't?
You know, don't come over talking trash. Just come in. Look at Tony. Tony's in a Falcons fan. He comes in and he gets along. He at least gets along with everybody.
Yeah, I got to be honest, Ronbo. Tony's probably one of my least favorite callers. But you know what? Let's just.
You know, Trez went after Tony.
No,
that was just mean.
I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to.
Yes, you are. Guys, I like Tony.
You know what? I do. No, you know what? Hey, no disrespect. I think me and Tony would get along very well, and I really enjoy Tony's energy. You know, I think he brings a great presence, a very respectful, presence to the show. It seems like I'm always like after Tony, and I'm just kind of listening to this like Falcons talk show every time I want to like call in. Like God, Tony, get your own show, man.
We tried to find you first. You just didn't get it. I called you first, so you know. But yeah, and also Tony, we talk about all activity all over the league, which is always fun too.
I know. And look at us now, Ronbo. I spent my entire time talking about Joe Burrow and.
Now you got a couple of minutes. You want to add anything about the 49ers? You know, like you said, though.
I think.
Go ahead.
I'm just stoked to watch Deebo Samuel next year, man. I think the Niners and Trey and Deebo and Elijah Mitchell.
Yeah,
I think
they just got to play together for a while and get used to each other and start bumping off each other. That vibe will develop. I just hope it develops quick.
Yeah. And they got to, they really got to figure out their offensive line because pretty much everyone but Trent can be replaced right now. And then
no, Lakin needs to come back. I'm worried about Alex Mack. Is he going to play or
no? But
not?
You see what I'm saying? Because they can't be giving Lakin like Max. So I think Lakin's gone. I don't know.
Yeah, we can't.
Trent, he deserves it. He's really good.
But Case, I'm worried about Trent. Trent didn't last the whole season, right? It could be he's at that point in his career where he's going to get ouchies that are going to take him out for extended periods of time. This is worrisome, too, because that guy is so good that if he's missing, it dramatically changes that offensive line.
Honestly, almost in the same way I'm worried about D Ford's contract, I'm worried about Trent and Fred's contract because I don't know. I think Fred had somewhat of a quiet year, and I don't know. I think he was really good in coverage, and I don't know. I have a very high standard with Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman.
And also, Fred keeps trying to get better. I often wonder, does he get down on himself and not just relax and play? The guy's got real natural ability.
And you know what? Actually, like later in the season, there were a few plays where he got pretty beaten coverage, but
missed tackles a few times and got taken out of usually he comes off of blocks perfectly. I didn't see that all season. Most of the time, yes. But every now and then I'd see somebody take him out of a play, and I said, damn, people never used to take Fred out of a play. He was too quick. Anyway, he'll look at film and make his changes. He'll adjust. But Casey, we're going to go, and I might be back tomorrow, or for sure I'll be back Friday looking for you. And, keep your phone on vibrate or something. We called you. See, I don't want you to think we're making you wait on purpose.
I don't remember. The best part of my Tuesday. Thanks for holding the fort down.
Appreciate you,
Appreciate you, Ronbo. Appreciate your production.
Thanks, Casey. Have a great night, man. Yeah. So. And I got Johnny Robinson up here who says, "Hey, Robert, love this show and have been a loyal viewer for the past 5 seasons at least. Want to ask you, what do you think the Niners will get for Jimmy G?" Because we have to wait till after the Super Bowl because it seems like there's no wheeling and dealing going on. There's no conversations or anything like that to even get a slight idea as to what the 49ers are doing. But I have no idea. Jimmy's 30 years old. It will be 31 when the season opens up. So I think that's going to have a little bearing on the draft pick that he might fetch. He's got a history of getting hurt. I'm not sure if coach is going to look at that or I kind of think football people are going to think that, hell, everybody, you could lose a football player at any time. I'm going to see if I can get him in here and we can do this with him and do that with him. And I'll go on that. So maybe the injury thing isn't going to weigh so heavily. But I don't know about a first-round pick, but I could see a possible second-round pick. And maybe if they do get a first-round pick, a conditional. There's a lot of quarterbacks out there. They're going to be moving around this year of a high standard. So I don't know. Because I don't know if Russell Wilson's going to be on the move. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to be on the move. Carson Wentz is probably. I can actually see the Colts thinking about seeing if they can move him because he just really looked awful toward the end of the season too. Yeah. What's really interesting right now? I suspect Kyler Murray and Cliff Kingsbury have one more year together, right? Because they did the same thing 2 years in a row. They started off looking like world beaters, right? And fizzled really dramatically. Kyler Murray did get hurt, but then you have to ask the question, it's the NFC West, and you're always going to be dealing with defenses that are going to beat you up. Is the NFL something he can handle, Because he's going to get beat up again and laid out. He's tough enough, though, they don't take him all the way out. But they lay him out for weeks at a time. Kyler Murray might decide on his own. I just want to see what this is like. And I think baseball is probably a better idea for my size of a ball player. So I'm looking forward to that. But that Russell Wilson thing's going to be. Wilson's already came out and said, no, I'd rather retire here as a Seahawk. So, but his wife does not like being in Seattle. So it's going to be interesting to see. So Wilson, Rodgers, possibly, Jimmy. Who else is on the? So we'll see. Anyway, fam, as I say, we'll see what happens tomorrow. I may be back, otherwise for sure on Friday. Have a great night, fam. Thanks for the contributions, fam, and I'll see you soon. How many times have I done that today?